And I go with the flow, yeah, I go with the flow, yeah, I go with the flow, cause I know I'm the show. In the zone, here I go, in the zone, here I go, in the zone, here I go, yeah, they know I'm a pro. Let's go, let's go. Yeah. Let's go. If I go, I'ma get. When I flow, I'ma hit. And I know I'm the kid. I'm a soul, don't forget. I'ma blow up winning. Got my flow so vivid. Here we go, just beginning. Yeah, I throw every inning. Got my flow so legit. All I know is my shit. Here I go, they can whip. Post Malone in this bitch. Rock star making hits. Got guitar in this shit. Leaving scars cause we lit. All these bars that I spit. Yeah. Let's go, let's go. Let's go. If I know what I want, then I know what I get. If I go, they can win, cause they know I get lit. I'm a pro, not a myth, and my flow got some wit. Never slow, drink a fit. I get hype, I get lit. Here I go, I get lit. Here I go, I get lit. Here I go, I get lit. I get hype for the shit. Here I go, I get lit. Here I go, I get lit. Here I go, I get lit. I get hype for the shit. Right.
It's Thursday night, and you know what that means. It is Wrestling with the Knuckleheads via the Knucklehead Network. I am your host, Pretty Tony, and the host of the show, Toe Tags with his tag team partners, Lay GG for the win, and Mr. Shonuff with the special correspondent tonight, Cap from the Knucklehead Comments. We have special guests, Kenny from the Call Up Podcast. We have another special guest for the first time airing on this show, Dreammatch Wrestling from Instagram. It's going to be one hell of a delicious show. Tonight's topics are going to be the Royal Rumble, Shane McMahon being released from WWE, CM Punk versus MJF in their one classic match, AEW, John Moxley and Bryan Danielson possibly teaming up, the future of WWE, the road to WrestleMania, dream matches of our own, and getting to know Dreammatch Wrestling from Instagram once he appears. Let's take it to our correspondent, Cap from the Knucklehead Comics. Take it away.
What's up, everybody? Cap. First time on the Wrestling Podcast. You guys see me on the comic books and the watch-along stuff. I'm also a big fan of wrestling. I might have said a few things on the other ones, but I'm here for one very specific reason and one very specific message, and can't wait to get into that.
Hey man, let's get into it. Let's get this message going, Cap. You know, you're not here for a long time, you're here for a good time, so let's get this thing going.
Yeah, well, right off the bat, the Royal Rumble. Let's get some of the negatives out of the way. The Royal Rumble highlighted, both the men and the women's, highlighted the lack of roster the WWE has coming in on the back of all those releases.
What's going on, Lee?
Chuck, as you were.
It was almost like I don't know if you guys remember. I think it was back in 1996 in San Antonio, where they had the Royal Rumble and they had a whole bunch of, to most of the American audience, random luchadors.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's because they had such a thin roster. They just pulled random fucking people out. This Royal Rumble felt like that. Like they had nothing left.
Like they were running on fumes. Yeah.
You know what the crazy shit was? Like Mil Mascaras, Kofi Kingston eliminated himself.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. It's funny how it happened. It's a mirror image of that one. I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, yo, what Rumble was this bad?
Yo,
Yeah.
the funniest thing about Kofi eliminating himself is him telling the ref, "Come on, I made it," and Kevin Owens in the ring going, "Yo, we saw his feet touch the ground. What are we doing there?"
And it's fun because, I was like, once I saw Kofi, I was like, oh, they're going to do a Kofi spot. It's their name now, the Kofi spot. All of a sudden, I'm like, oh, well, there goes that. Yeah. That went out the window pretty quick.
Word.
I'll tell you, one of the big disappointments for me was not seeing Corey Graves show up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a disappointment. But he tweeted out that Brock stole his number.
Yeah, I love the explanation for that because there was none. Like Brock wants number 30. I go, what? No, we lost. We lost. Take the L, walk away.
Word.
That's it.
If they truly wanted to surprise us, they should have had Brock come in and seemingly a random number. 13, 15, 22, and then win it.
That would have made more sense.
Yeah.
Because coming at 30, everybody's like, well, Brock is 30. Duh.
Yeah.
Who else is winning it? It ain't going to be Madcap Moss.
You know what they really should have did to piss everyone off? At Brian Saxon come out. And on the way to the ring, Brock's music hits, and he turns around and Brock's like, get the fuck out of here. Because not only do you not get Corey Graves, but you get Brian Saxon. So that's double the pissing off. And people would have cheered Brock because fuck Saxon. And now you deserve to win because you got Saxon out of there. You know?
When I saw Drew, I was like, okay, this could be the winner. Because there was like one or two people that could possibly win that damn thing.
Yeah. Once Kofi got eliminated, it was all fair game. Once Big E got eliminated,
exactly, yeah,
fair game. There was nothing else that you could have done that made me would have been like, oh, this is awesome. Yeah. But real quick, what's up, Pimp? What's up, Harris? What's up, LaFlocka? Yep. What's up, Big Food? What's up, everybody that's watching? Everybody that's about to tune in? Everybody that hasn't tuned in yet? And everybody that's not going to tune in? Y'all could go fuck yourselves. But, like, subscribe, share, tell your moms, tell your pops. If you're taking a shit right now, put us on your phone, your tablet, throw us on Pornhub, get the link from OnlyFans, write a letter to your congressman, all that good shit.
Surprisingly, writing the letter to the congressman would do the least amount of shit, but that's a different podcast. Now, one of the things I wanted to touch on, though, is some positives. And I don't care if I'm the only one screaming or saying this, but to see the look of what this meant to Melina, even though she didn't get really much shine, but to Sarah Logan, to Kelly, to like all the people that came back, just seeing that they still had the love and the respect and how much this meant, that was something good to see. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, it's funny because the Women's Rumble was probably one of the most decent things in the whole thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that spot with I was telling Toe as we're watching it, I was making the joke where Sonya Deville was like, jacket on, I'm the boss, jacket off, I'm the wrestler. So I was like, yo, somebody on commentary should say, okay, well then jack it off and go in the ring.
Get canceled real quick.
But that was a cool spot where she was sitting there and going, oh wait, Naomi knows Cameron, so if I fuck her up, she's gonna be mad. Let me go do that.
I'm telling you, they should have did that at least 2-3 times.
Yep.
Yo, you know what's crazy, Pimp? He asking if Shane McMahon was the producer of the Royal Rumble. I got the Dirty Heels put out the producers of each match, and I did not see Shane McMahon's name on that list at all. So I don't know. And Big Food, I was born into wrestling and the WWE. I was legitimately born in it. My first memory of watching a TV was Hogan and Andre.
Yo, our great grandmother was into lucha libre. Growing up, grandfather, uncle, aunts, regular grandma, like every single person watched wrestling.
Yeah, and
Every
it was weird.
single person played baseball or softball for the women.
Yeah,
Like it's ingrained in us.
it was weird because my aunt's favorite wrestler was British Bulldog, and I was like, really? And my mom's was Psycho Sid at the time, Sid Vicious. So it was like, really? Like these are the people we like? And then it's like, oh shit. You never like they were hitting gems back in the days.
There's stories of how my my mom, her brother, and their sisters would drive to their uncle's house in Long Island and one of their friends' house just to watch the wrestling at Madison Square Garden when it was on TV.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's
man.
commitment.
Born and
That's
bred
commitment.
wrestling fan.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
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 That's why I'm so passionate about this shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. When you get a shitty pay per view like that, that was wow.
No, yeah.
That's funny because it's one of the rare pay per views that I really look forward to. I was like, yeah, all right. You took away Survivor Series and it meaning anything, right? Can I at least have this? No, can't have this either. Go fuck yourself.
Royal Rumble is my favorite pay per view ever.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
remember it. I remember back when I actually believed that anybody can win.
Nah.
And I was like, yo, Aldo Montoya, Man of War, is going to win this fucking Royal Rumble this year.
Yeah, because he was just incredible.
Yes. He was just incredible.
I remember somebody that I knew, it took him a minute to understand just incredible. I was like, you don't get it? What do you mean? Just incredible. Oh, I was like, I hate you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a slow one there.
Come on, bro. You don't understand that?
But correct me if I'm wrong, but back in the day, the build up to the Royal Rumble was not one person. It was the match. And they made everyone strong. Back in the day, you had The Rock, Austin, Kane, Undertaker, Kurt Angle, Benoit, all throwing each other out of the ring. All showing that their supremacy. It was like, look, no, it's possible. I just threw Austin out of the ring on Monday Night Raw. I'm going to throw his ass out in the Rumble. Any one of these 17 men that I just named can win this. And if they did win this, could be champion at WrestleMania. Now it's, hey, everyone, look at Brock Lesnar. Even when Drew McIntyre won it, Drew McIntyre was the only one with some heat on him in that Rumble. It was almost like if Drew McIntyre doesn't win this shit, you're doing the Roman Reigns on us again.
Yep.
They shoot themselves in the foot when they do that for one person. Do that to everybody. And then this year, the build up with Dominic and Ray throwing each other out of the ring, it's like, really? No one expects you to win any fucking way. Like Ray could win it, but like, really? Our tag teams are gonna do this Royal Rumble shit? This isn't for.
And you know what's funny? When you get the tag teams in there, that's so fucking cheap.
Yeah.
That's so cheap. I was like, oh, you got a tag team in there. None of these tag teams are breaking up anytime soon. You know what I'm saying? And if they are, the Rumble's where you can really start it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. But none of these, when you just like, that's crazy. Like what Cap was saying is you don't have enough single competitors, all the releases you've been doing, that you got to throw in the 4 tag teams you have that compete against each other every week.
Yep. But
in the same match.
Finn Balor wasn't there.
Nope.
Like I said, Corey Graves could have showed up. Booker T could have came in. Yep. King is kicking around back there. Like, here's the
nobody from NXT was called up.
Yeah.
But there was people in the back that was ready to go in, but they just weren't put in for some reason. I think I don't know. I think Walter was back there and Ciampa or something. I know Alexa Bliss and Asuka were back waiting to go put in. They were like, well, Asuka, we don't think she thinks she's ready for this, and Alexa, it's more important that we do the therapy sessions than put her in the ring. What up, Harris?
As what I've seen what's going on in the ring, like if I was Gunther or Braun Breaker, I'd be like, you know what? I'm good. I want to be part of one of the shittiest Royal Rumbles of all time. I
No,
don't
for
want
real.
no parts of that. You
For
know,
real.
I'm having a decent run in the NXT. Leave me alone.
Yeah. Yo, Harris, this is Cap from the Knucklehead Comics podcast. He's coming out here for a short time to air his grievances, and you know, he's buying time until Gigi and the two special guests come on, because Kenny's supposed to be on here also. I don't know what happened to him.
He's
And
probably,
then we got
probably waking up from his nap.
probably, yeah, and then we got
He only takes his power naps.
oh yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I
Right.
mean, it's funny because like I told you guys before, and I've said it several times, that I forgot. I got to the point like, yo, why's my laptop open? I forgot that the Rumble was on, and that was when the men were on.
Yeah.
I think I heard number 12, and I was like, oh, shit, that's right. I'm over here like, I am not invested in this at all. Because once I started seeing the guys who are not even mid-carders, because in order to be a mid-carder, you have to go for the mid-card title. One, nobody knows who has it right now, but everybody keeps telling me this rumor about Shinsuke Nakamura. I haven't seen him defend it.
Yeah.
And then the other one is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, who hasn't legitimately won a match. And like he's won a match. Well, he's won more matches than Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins got a title shot. So
yeah, he's
not necessarily bad.
Yeah, to be fair, before Kevin Owens pinned him, he was undefeated.
This is true. But yeah. So if the only people that would possibly have a shot would have been Shinsuke and or him, like realistically, outside of Big E. And Drew, right? Outside of Big E and Drew, there would have been those who realistically have a shot at the championship, right? At winning it, correction. I mean, that's the way it used to be, logically.
Yeah.
That's about it. So you're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4 people that could have won it that's not Brock.
And
they were Owens in that too. I'm including Owens in that too.
And get this. Shinsuke was eliminated early. And Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde turned into Mr. Bitch and got eliminated by Omos.
Oh, I forgot. And AJ.
Yeah.
AJ was another. So that's 5 or so realistically. And before you mentioned Kane, Angle, Rikishi, which was on the streak himself, Rock, Austin, Triple H, Benoit, Jericho. I'm gonna get into double digits by the time I'm done.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So now you're half of that, and you eliminated some of them really early. Why? And then Omos looks like crap, by the way.
Yeah.
Omos could have had 10 eliminations and could have slowly built up to that Kane. I don't consider the Brock one fair because it was bullshit the way they booked that one. But the Kane Roman kind of elimination, you know what I mean? Like, he has 10 this year. He has 12 this year. Can he get 15?
Yeah, they made him look like the Great Khali.
Yeah, that's when you throw them bullshit mid-carders for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, yeah. I was like, so you didn't put over the guy everybody assumed you were going to put over, which is Omos. You didn't further any kind of storylines for anybody except Brock. No rivalry was, Seth lost, and for some reason Seth didn't take somebody's number.
Yeah.
The only person that can do that is Brock, apparently.
Yeah, well, Seth can just walk into any match he wants.
Well, that's true. Yeah, he can get a title shot after losing 12 matches in a row.
He's in the Elimination Chamber for no reason.
Because let's count. Let's count. Seth wins a number 1 contendership ladder match.
Yep.
Then loses a match against Bobby Lashley. Then loses a match against Bobby Lashley with the tag team of Owens. Mm-hmm. Then loses a 5-way match.
Uh-huh.
Then loses another match. And then goes to SmackDown and becomes the number 1 contender for the Universal Championship. Loses that match, and now he's put into the Elimination Chamber match.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
He's losing his way to success.
Yeah, he's failing upwards.
Yeah. I wish life was like that. Every time I did something stupid or wrong, you know what it reminds me of? You guys remember the movie the Office Space?
Yeah.
Yes.
When you just stopped giving a shit and he started ascending.
Yeah.
So at this point, Seth goes, I'm going to make the worst impersonation of the Joker / Riddler of my entire life. I'm going to dance, proving that I am probably the whitest guy on this roster. Really, he is. He's horrendous. And then I'm going to dress Like I ran into every thrift store and got the worst outfit you can ever imagine. And I raided my wife's closet as well.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, by the way, Seth is a great athlete, great wrestler. Before this goes, it feels like a rant about against him. It's the booking and the fact that he's not like, yo, wait, this doesn't make any sense. I didn't beat anybody. How are you just going to throw me into this? That shit makes no sense. Did no build. And now, don't get me wrong, the Shield thing is really interesting, and I appreciate that. But now Roman is mentally weak, and he's an idiot. But then he turns around that same night, realigns with Paul Heyman, and causes Brock his shit. So which Roman is Roman Two-Face, and he's Joker? Is that what we're doing here? Like,
I guess so.
Roman goes from an idiot to God mode like this.
Yeah. Instantly.
What am I? Did I miss something here? He shows a little weakness. He shows weakness. Like this guy's getting under his skin. I'd have been like, my man, no. Get your wife out here. She get under my skin. We'll sell tickets together. You know, we'll go on talk shows. You're nobody. When Seth was champ, I don't remember him being anywhere, showing up in any place. He wasn't on Jimmy Fallon.
Nope.
Roman was. You know what I'm saying? For WrestleManias, but I maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not seeing what they're seeing in creative. I have never ever had a Seth Rollins shirt.
I had one.
I've never had it. I've never had to burn it down. None of that. You know what I'm saying? I got about 3 Roman shirts. Got Uso shirt. Got Finn. You know, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if you tell me you would have gave the Demon another run or Finn another run at Roman, that would have made more sense than this. Because the turnbuckle beat Finn, not Roman. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That to me, I would have been like, that makes sense. But Rollins, I'm like, your whole deal was with Biggie than Bobby Lashley. You literally switch gears, and you don't belong on SmackDown. Why are you on SmackDown? Apparently, they have that wild card rule again, and nobody told us. Nobody told us.
Nope.
Yo, they have we're gonna do whatever we want, and we're gonna hope that you forget in the next second. They're literally the people who like, yo, so what we have here, we have chips, we have soda, we have ice cream. Then you show up, you'd be like, yo, there's no food here. And they're like, who the fuck told you we have food? And nobody said we have food.
You can say within that picture you sent me, I saw like a layout, bro. You got like a catering thing going on. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, we got the 25-cent bag of potato
I can
chips.
show you the picture, man. Look, he goes, that's not my place. You're in it.
No, yo,
You are in it.
they show you the you show up, you bring up the picture, and they go, oh, that's not
What
us,
up,
that's
Anthony?
the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
And my favorite thing about them is you don't build anybody up so we can believe that they can win. You don't give anybody like a winning streak. Like, look, and I don't want to do this because everybody does it, but that's what I got to give AEW. At least when dudes get in there and win, they win. Like, look, Adam Cole just lost, right? Even though he's saying he didn't lose to Orange Cassidy. You lost. He pinned you. Let's move on. But that was a match. Moxley came back and hasn't lost yet. By the way, very interesting angle with him and Daniel Bryan. I actually really like where they went with that. I was like, oh, that's interesting, and I'm with that. He made a lot of good points, Daniel. But people have to win to get somewhere. You know what I mean? Sammy Guevara didn't get that match because he sucks. He got that match because he kept winning. You know, he got out of the inner circle and he won.
Hold on. I don't believe that. I've been told for 36 years that if you go out there and you lose every night, the fans have to buy into you. I mean,
Absolutely.
Damian Sandow, legend. Give him the briefcase and watch him go.
MVP. He was on the longest losing streak of his life.
Yo, it's amazing that
Bearcat or
Sandow,
Battle Cat, whatever you guys call him, Keith Lee.
I mean, Sandow. First of all, let's remember how great Sandow was with just the unwashed masses.
Yeah.
Just with the holding the mic the way he did, I was like, this is the guy we got to get behind. Then he gets the briefcase, but unfortunately, he was going against Super Cena. That's the problem. That was always the problem.
I would not have had a problem with that match had Cena pulled something out of his ass and won. But when every single cash-in, the guy comes in, cashes in, rings a bell, fucking pins. And then you get to Damian Sandow, and the referee is like, nah, we got 30 minutes before your match starts, dog. You can give me the briefcase, but it starts at 30 minutes. The referee was like, yo, my man Cena's tired. You got to give him relax. Let him catch his breath.
I'd have been like, yo, when Edge first did this, he cashed it on Batista that same night. Also, I'm like, yo, he's down. Or even when Punk did it to Edge, when Batista powerbombed him, he said, all right.
Yeah.
And then he said, oh shit. I never seen anybody go, wait, he timed out. There's time out in wrestling. You gotta, I'm like, look, when you call it, like by the way, they never mentioned the fact that Cena lost it as well. Like he tried to cash it in and fail. They never mentioned that anymore.
Nope.
Remember that he did the honorable thing, which is aka the stupid thing, and goes, all right, we'll do it tonight. Cool, dumbass. What are you doing? All right. He lost, but the only two people that did it and lost were Happy Corbin and Damien Sandow. Those are the only two people that it's three. It's
Happy
three.
Corbin seems
yes,
like
three.
Well, Kennedy lost the briefcase.
Oh, Kennedy lost it because Randy Orton and Cena are douchebags.
Yeah, they can't take a body slam.
No, a back bump, which everybody takes, and these two guys are like, "Oh my god, he did it wrong." He goes, "You finished that match, brother. What the fuck are you talking about?"
I seen that backdrop. That shit didn't look like he did that. Like he did some crazy shit.
You know what it looked like? It's not as bad as when Orton did it to one of the Singh brothers in the outside. That he did He knew he fucked up. You know what I'm saying? He went on to. I was like, he killed one of the Singh brothers. Fantastic.
Yeah, but he's still around.
Shitting in bags and all that.
Oh, yeah. That's another. I don't know how he's still alive, bro. I'm sorry. You shit in my bag. That's going down your fucking throat.
Yo.
That's going down your throat.
First off, I have my own personal problems with Randy Orton. Mr. I'm going to slow burn wrestle for fucking 80 minutes and then hit one move out of nowhere. Not like DDP wasn't doing that shit 20 years ago.
For real. You guys remember when Kevin Owens was like, I'm the headlock master? And nobody got the reference there? Like, very few people understood what he was doing. I'm the headlock man. And his matches would usually be close or around Randy's matches. I'm the headlock master. And I'm like, oh, you're good. Good. And the guys in the back and the booking is so stupid, they don't see you making fun of one of their big guys. It was fucking genius, son. I loved it. He goes, headlock master. What did Orton wrestle next? Yeah, man. But that, back to the Rumble, that shit was garbage.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. It was terrible. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. The women's Royal Rumble was actually better than the men's Royal Rumble.
Absolutely. It was completely worth watching it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It had surprises, but not really, because it's not like we didn't know who these surprises were, especially when you have the likes of like Mickie James and Kelly, which, by the way, is it me or Kelly did a lot of work on her face, because I didn't even recognize her when she came out.
No.
I didn't know it was her until I saw the name on the Titantron. I was like, who the hell is that?
Okay, so it's not just me, because I'm looking at her and I'm like, but Kelly doesn't look like that. That's not the Kelly I kind of remember, even a couple years ago for Women's Evolution.
Absolutely.
And Summer Rae, too. Summer Rae was looking scary.
Stop. Summer Rae, her forehead, we can play our whole entire podcast on her forehead and still have room for another movie to play side by side. That's how big her forehead was.
Yo,
okay.
For real.
I want you to realize this. There's two bald guys here, and she had more real estate than us.
All of this. There was like this, and then it was hair, and then it was hair. It was all
the comb.
What the fuck? I didn't understand. And then so much of her being a legend, she didn't even stay in the ring for about 2 minutes before her ass got thrown out.
Yo, but hold up. I must have missed when she became a legend.
Oh, I missed
Did I
it too.
miss
I don't
something?
understand it.
Hold on.
They
I got something for that.
WWE went ahead and called her a legend. Her NXT career was okay, and yes, she was part of the women's evolution coming up. However, her career on the main roster remains irrelevant.
Oh, no, I got something. I got something here.
That's what I remember.
First off, Coco, motherfucking, I've never won a match in my entire career. Beware is a fucking Hall of Famer.
Well, you got to know why that
Someone
happened.
could be a legend.
You got to know why that happened.
Yeah.
They should have
We all
put
know.
his ass in the celebrity wing.
We all know affirmative action when we see it in WWE.
Yeah.
Dude, this
It's easy.
motherfuckers.
They did it for the people.
Yo, Brooklyn Brawler is a fucking legend. Like, nah.
Hey.
Because he was the jobber. He was the jobber of all jobbers.
Absolutely.
He put more people over than any commentator can put. He put over more wrestlers than JR can call, than Tony Schiavone can call, that Michael Cole unfortunately can call, that Bobby Heenan can call, that fucking Gorilla Monsoon can call. He put over all the guys, and he wasn't a bad worker.
And he
That's
was
the
doink.
thing.
Why wasn't
He was doink.
Why wasn't he the leader of the Job Squad? How did they miss that?
It made more sense.
Yo.
for Aldo to be
You
there.
remember that? How wasn't he the leader of the Job Squad?
Or at least the manager.
You remember that, right? How did you miss Brooklyn Brawler not coming in and going, "This is my crew"? I'd have been like, "Yo, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Fuck it." I'm just saying.
I'm
thinking him and Barry Horowitz should have been like the ultimate. You know, the
Word.
I'm going to have to disagree with Secret Agent 007 over here. Okay, whatever. Naomi should not retire from WWE. She's in a strong storyline with Sonya Deville. It is a fucked up storyline.
It's not going to end apparently.
Okay.
That's a joke right there. That's my dad typing into the chat. My dad doing that.
Don't do it to yourself, sir.
No,
I want to have respect, but come on.
You know something, Secret Agent? I agree with you. I agree with you. You couldn't even protect your girl Cameron. It's what up, George?
It's not her fault that Cameron came out before her. How dare you? It's not like she was in a tag team and then she got fucking bullied, ran over and shit like that where she was held down. No, she was waiting for her number to be called. She wasn't going to come down the ring and everything like that. She wasn't going to do a Becky Lynch.
If the model Rick Martel has taught us anything, it doesn't matter when the fucking buzzer goes off. Just come on down.
That's true.
Yeah.
Come down.
Yeah.
To the
That's
fucking
true.
ring.
Yeah,
That's true.
That's more of a suggestion.
Yeah.
It's a
They
suggestion.
don't want people to take suggestions.
Yeah, you can, like when Punk told when the writers give you something, that's a suggestion. You do whatever you want. You look at it and go, I don't need this.
Yeah,
Or we get suffering succotash. We get that.
Yeah.
Remember that beautiful note?
It's not looking as bad as the writing that they give now.
But for what they were aiming for with him with the blue contacts, I was like, did you really come out and do that? I'm not saying that. No, sir. You go ahead and take me off the card right now. I'm not saying that. But then he would be difficult to work with.
Yeah. Yeah. That is true.
Extremely difficult to work with.
Yo, all right. Listen, the women's Royal Rumble, to a certain point, was better than the men's Rumble, and that point was literally when Ronda Rousey came out. The minute she walked out of the entrance, I was like, her and Naomi should take hands and both sign their papers right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, she walked out and I was like, all right, she won the Royal Rumble. There's no more reason to watch this shit. It's the equivalent of Big E getting eliminated.
This is true.
There's no more reason to watch this shit. They completely shit the bed.
Mm-hmm. I gotta,
Johnny Knoxville did better in his Royal Rumble than Ronda Rousey did. And Ronda Rousey won this shit.
Yo, but y'all were
John-
peeping her punches. Were y'all peeping her?
Yeah, little professional fighter.
This is a person. This is her punches.
Yo,
Without
let
due
me
respect,
say this.
she wasn't the best striker in MMA as Holly Holmes showed us all. Like,
Yo.
you are burgers.
I've been saying this since Ronda Rousey came out of that tunnel. Ronda Rousey's best kick in her life was Holly Holmes' head kick to her in that fucking fight.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
the best kick that Ronda's ever
Beautiful.
seen.
I was also
Yeah.
one of my favorite knockouts of all time.
Yeah. No, yeah, that was some crazy shit.
But did you guys see her on Raw? How uninterested she was being there?
Yeah.
Her
Like, why you
her promo was just dry as fuck. It was dry.
Because she has no.
She's
outgoing
only there to finish up the contract that she signed up.
Mhm.
That's the only reason why she's there. She hasn't shown up for the last 3 years. All
Lucky,
right.
what's going on?
So they are just like trying to be like, yo, so we got a contract here. Y'all gotta, you have to go ahead and do the contract, or else we're just gonna have to unfortunately sue you.
Yeah.
And they're probably just they zhuzhed it up in a way where they probably gave her extra money to go ahead and do this.
Word.
Yeah.
What's going
It's
on,
funny
Kenny?
It's funny. What's going on, Kenny? It's
Hey.
funny because
What's up, Kenny?
she's always had this fake intensity, even in the UFC. You can see
Yeah.
right through it. Like she stands
Yeah.
and looks all mean. Everybody's looking at her like, "What are you doing? Relax."
It almost looks like she has the
Breathe.
face
Yeah, like,
that her mom is forcing her to fuck this girl up.
yeah. Also,
Like, I don't want to be here, but my mom's forcing me to fuck you up, so I got to do it.
Like
like
you
when-
talking about Ronda?
Yeah.
like that whole thing when her thing started with Holly Holmes, and Holly Holmes is literally one of the nicest people you've ever met. All of a sudden, she's
Yeah.
talking shit about her. Holly Holmes is like, did I miss something? We were cool like 2 seconds ago.
Yeah.
I didn't get the memo here.
I'm not Misha Tate. Like, what the fuck
Look,
happened?
listen, I got you. I got a head kick with your name on it, son.
Oh,
That
yeah.
will end
Oh,
your
yeah.
career. And she did.
She did that shit in all caps,
Fantastic.
that fucking head kick.
Oh shit. That's beautiful.
Yes, she did.
But that's when you realize that they were feeding her burgers that whole time.
Oh, yeah.
When she fought somebody that's legit, Holly Holmes is a former boxing champ, kickboxing champion. It's like, all right, here we go. She's real. Unfortunately, a little too real.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when
No,
she
for
came
real.
out, I was like, I don't care. I said, yo, it's either her or Flair. My head is thinking for her, Flair is gonna win. That's it.
Yo, I don't want to say that it would have made more sense for Flair to win.
It would
'Cause y'all
have.
know how I feel about Flair, but it
Yo,
would have.
So, for a fact, I agree with you about Flair. But it would have made more sense going forward for what they were aiming for, to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I hope they don't think that we don't see this whole shit, that it's going to be a 3-way.
Oh,
you can't talk that much shit about both of these women and not expect both of them wanting to fuck you up.
And it's to protect all the plugs and weaknesses she has.
Yeah.
Which once again, I feel like she did the Rocky and unlearned everything she learned when she first got there. I was like,
for sure.
Backwards.
But what did I tell y'all?
Yeah.
What did I tell y'all 2 weeks ago before the Rumble? If she comes and wins it, that'll be fucked up because she only had a year worth of wrestling training. Barely did anything when she did have an active roster spot. And then she comes back after 3 years of layoffs. And what? 6 weeks? Now you want her to be the main event of WrestleMania? There's no way that works.
That's the way Vince thinks.
Who do they think she is? Bad Bunny?
Oh, Bad Bunny was the in the Final Four at the Royal Rumble. So
you know what's funny? And that's
Thanks to
a
Shane
whole
McMahon.
other rant. That's a whole other rant in itself. That's disrespectful to the full timers.
Yeah, no, that is disrespectful.
Agreed.
All right, I got to be contrarian again here.
Okay.
Because Bad Bunny, y'all know, every single one of us on this motherfucking show, if they told us we're running into the Royal Rumble and
I'm
we're
in
gonna
there.
last and
I'm
we're
in
gonna
there.
eliminate people and we're not full timers, we all would have been like, "Fuck yes, put me in."
Yeah, of course.
Yep. Oh yeah.
So I'm not mad at Bad Bunny, man.
I'm not either.
I vicariously lived through it.
It's not that we're mad at him being in the Rumble. The fact that he was part of.
Oh shit, Steve got her again.
Absolutely.
Oh,
But I'm saying
I thought it was me.
I'm not mad
Uh-huh.
at saying yes.
Right.
You're right. We all would have said yes. I'm mad at the fact that they were like, yo, Final Four. Somebody should have been like, are you sure that's a good idea? I don't think that's really respectful to
Yo,
everybody
what's
that's
going on,
back
Mr.
here that
Dream?
works
There he
300
is.
days of the year.
The rest
What's
is
good, what's
the
good?
fact that he trained himself. You know, he relocated to Florida from Puerto
That's true.
Rico to
Mhm.
train every single fucking day from the time that he performed at the Royal Rumble for Booker T. All right. And then training up to WrestleMania and then some, you know. You don't hear celebrities that are coming into WWE. Your Drew Carey's, your the Betty White's. Obviously, she's not gonna fight, but she wasn't. But like any other celebrity overall, you can name any celebrity that has stepped foot into the WWE, and unless they were a boxer like Mayweather or Tyson, any regular TV celebrities, you won't see them really compete in the ring. They'll get in the ring like, oh my god, I'm gonna throw myself over the top rope. You know, Bad Bunny put in the work.
Stephen
He actually
Amell
put
did
it, and
pretty
he
fucking
made
good.
that shit look good.
It's true.
Yeah.
He made Bad Bunny threw better punches, better hurricanranas, and he took bumps better than Ronda did, and what fucking Shane McMahon did.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah. Don't be afraid of Gigi's cam for some reason. Is messing up on her.
It was right. Was I just like glitching like crazy?
Yeah, you're looking like you're in a Saw character right now. You're like, I want to play a game.
Oh my god! I see myself. Why?
The Matrix.
Yeah,
she looked like a bad Japanese dub.
Yeah, but she's gonna. I guess she's gonna fix it there. But
yeah,
God
it's not.
bless him. Fucking. God damn it, Steve!
Oh my
Fucking
God.
Steve.
So
I can't even. I see myself glitching on the camera too. Like.
Yeah. Hold on, Cap's got to leave in like a couple minutes. Go ahead, Cap. Let him say some shit, and then we'll
Introduce your guest.
I don't know if this made it onto one of our other podcasts, but we had a wrestling discussion before about one wrestler, female wrestler in particular, which I was a fan of, that I wasn't such a fan of, and everybody has something to say every time people get released. Dana Brooke. And I don't care if I'm the only one in the world saying this. I want to give mad props to Dana Brooke. Because in the Royal Rumble, when she came out, she not only looked better, I don't know, her outfit was fucking better. I don't know if she did her hair different or something, but she looked physically better. When she went in the ring, the cartwheel was tight. The drop kick was tight. Her backspring elbow she did was tight. Those are the little things that I'm glad to see. And what I've been saying for years, you don't have to be the greatest fucking wrestler ever. Just whatever level you're at, hit it as hard as you can and be the best in that fucking thing. And the 30 to 40 seconds to a minute that Dana was in there, something, and I hope it sticks, something clicked to where that completely worked for me. And even on Monday Night Raw, they're doing that stupid ass race. Tamina comes out and Dana doesn't back down. There's no fucking Reggie to do stupid shit. There's no R-Truth. She just threw Tamina against the other thing and just started beating her ass like you're supposed to. So I don't know if this will ever get to Dana. Probably not.
Oh no, they're big fans of this show.
But that's what I'm talking about. If she can keep that, regardless if she's the 24/7 champ or standing back in catering or never does anything again, if she can keep that intensity and just keep that little sharpness for the level she is, I guarantee you the next time there's cuts, nobody's gonna be saying, well, they should have got rid of Dana instead of all these other people. And that's all I wanted to say. I wanted to
Cap he sealed the deal. He just sealed the deal for Dana Brooke. She's getting cut.
That's right.
Yeah, that's what you can't do that. Like,
the minute you start to back somebody up,
it's like a week later.
Yeah, we got Keith Lee and Samoa Joe fired twice.
We did.
Yeah,
we gave him like a 2-year storyline, and they fired him.
Yeah,
Here's the thing. Y'all got them fired. I never said shit before.
Well, now you're gonna get her fired.
Tomorrow's the day.
Dana
it.
Brooke,
Welcome to the release
WWE
pool.
Women's Champion, Raw Women's Champion.
We're gonna have a new 24/7 champion on Monday.
Word.
It's gonna be Jamie Noble.
Yo, I actually wanted to pitch this idea, and I know you guys said not to do so just
we
now,
got John
but I'm gonna do
Cena.
it anyway.
Yo, if you're gonna
Template.
seal the deal, put that final nail in the coffin. Do it right. Do it in style.
Yeah, I thought it would be amazing if the next time Dana Brooke sees Tamina and there's a ref there, she attacks Tamina and pins her. And instead of running to try to not get pinned, she defends her fucking title and then leaves. And has everybody sitting there going, oh shit, wait, that's an option? And she'll look so fucking tough, and then you don't have to even put her in a match on TV or not. It's that little segment, and you go about your business, and it throws a new little wrinkle into the 24/7 picture.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah. They have to give a shit about the 24/7 title first.
Well, they
Dude,
give more
easiest
about
thing you
that
can
in
do
the
without
tag team
having to give
title.
a shit.
They care more about that in the tag team title. So
I mean, all they really have to do is put wrestlers on TV and not give a shit, and it would work. But they don't do that either. Unless you're Seth Rollins, you can't show up on TV without a reason. But everybody,
jacket. I'm sorry.
Dreammatch Wrestling from Instagram and Twitter is in the building. What's going on, Mr. Dream? How you doing, man?
What's good, yo? Thank you
You
for having me on.
You gotta give this man a better intro than that.
Go ahead, then, Kenny. Go ahead. Hold on. I'm sorry. Kenny wants to give us shit for. Go ahead. You're in the fucking building now.
We have Mr. Dream in the house, the man who will give you every single match that you want. You ever wanted to see MJF versus Roddy Piper? If you ever wanted to see Bret the Hitman Hart versus Keith Lee, this man will sit there and draw this. This man has a wrestling mind like Gigi and myself put together, and this will give you the dream, Mr. Dreammatch Wrestling himself. What is going on, brother? How's you feeling?
What's good, bro?
I could have swore we said the same shit, Kenny.
No,
but
I didn't. But
I felt the energy was the same, but it could be me.
Yeah, you know.
Oh my God, I'm being attacked here. Okay.
No, man, you did a good job, Kenny. I appreciate you, bro.
Oh, your mic is messed up. Yo, this is a habit, Dream. Don't worry. Yeah.
Anytime something else gets on here, it's like one of
was
our
me for a
mics is
second.
messed up.
This is the problem when you go live. Yeah, Gigi, your mic is. Yo, but Dream, what? Oh, there you go.
No, I see what happened.
All right, there you go. There you go.
Pichu joins the battle. Good job. All right.
So, Dream, what'd you think of the Rumble, real quick?
Yeah.
Women's or the men's?
Either one, whichever one you want to talk about.
The women's was tight until Ronda Rousey started throwing punches. I'm like, what the fuck?
Not crazy,
You a fighter?
right?
Like, man, 'cause I'm into MMA, and one of the laughing jokes about mixed martial arts and UFC is that Ronda doesn't know how to strike.
Yep.
She proved them right in that match.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
She knows how to do submission. She's not a fighter when it comes to striking or anything like that.
Yeah.
She'll put you in a submission move or try to knock you out. But submission moves is basically it.
Neither is Undertaker, but he knows how to go after the body when he does his striking.
Yeah.
He throws punches to the body. He covers up. Who does that good too? Luke Gallows. He covers up, goes for the body in the corner. It looks good. You know, it's still working punches and it looks real. Whatever this shit is.
Her punches were looking like Shane
That's the
McMahon.
shit. That's the shit your drunk uncle teaches you.
Yeah.
On a Saturday.
It's like that dude from the block, the source, he knows how to fight, is trying to teach you how to fight.
Yeah.
You gotta do it like this.
You're gonna be like this when you fight, all right?
Looking like Jim Carrey from Me, Myself, and Irene and shit. Yo, it looked like Shane McMahon was teaching her how to throw punches.
Yo, you know what's funny about the thing with Shane is that Shane, there is this legendary Muay Thai coach here in New York City, right? And it's around Soho, if I'm not mistaken, right? And Shinsuke goes to him. George St. Pierre still trains with him. You know, we're talking about legends that train with this dude, right? Shane trains with him. Man can't throw a decent punch to save his life.
Nope.
You train with one of the best Muay Thai practitioners. You're literally a master, and you suck. Wow.
Yeah, that's
the
crazy.
man, literally the greatest welterweight of all time, trains with this man, GSP. In case you're wondering, and yet you can't get it. Help me out here. What am I missing? What did I miss?
There's not much of a sign.
He trains who? GSP trains
The
who?
dude trains GSP. I forget his name, but he's his gym. It's like in Soho. I forget the dude's name. Phil Nurse. Am I mistaken?
Who? We talking about Shane McMahon right
But
now?
the point is, the guy
Shane McMahon
literally
trains with him also.
Yeah, the guy literally, it's all Muay Thai all the time, and you can't do this. You can't do it. And no, not Enzo Gracie. Enzo Gracie, that's his jits. That's one of his jits coach. You know what I'm saying? I see where you're coming from with that. And that one's on 30th. You know what I'm saying?
Phil Nurse. Yeah, you're right. Phil Nurse.
Phil Nurse. Yes, that's it. Yeah. So yeah. So
I mean, and the thing is, there's not a science to throwing punches in wrestling. From what I'm saying, you keep your fists open. You do a little stomp to get the noise from the mat, and you throw a fucking punch. Like, why all this shit happening? Like, you're having a fucking seizure? Like, who are you hitting? Is there a ghost in front of the person and you're defending him? Is Ronda a hero? Is like she a hero from the fucking, like she a Ghostbuster?
But it does seem to be some difficulty with people to transition from real sports onto pro wrestling. They don't know how to throw a punch. They don't know how to throw a working punch, and then they're kind of scared to actually throw their own punches. So, but I think Shayna Baszler's done a good job.
Yes.
Yeah, she's been doing great.
But
You know what it is?
Shayna Baszler was also kind of like grown in NXT as well. Ronda never went through NXT, never got the proper training of being in NXT to get her pretty much where she's supposed to be at. All right. The fact that we actually had Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler in the same ring at the same time, first and foremost, one, finally. Secondly, I wouldn't mind watching a match between Shayna and Ronda because you know what? If Ronda does decide to go ahead and throw real punches, we know that Shayna can actually take them. You know, we can. They would be
Ronda's
good. That's what I'm saying. If Ronda's punches towards Shayna, if she were to basically actually throw legit punches, where we're like, okay, we can believe this. This looks legit. Is because Shayna Baszler can take it. You know, that's what I'm trying to say. I would also like to see both of them in a tag team because, in all honesty, I think that if you put a Ronda Rousey in a tag team with Shayna Baszler, this would actually help and elevate Ronda Rousey as a wrestler because Shayna can actually go ahead and do some things.
On paper, that makes sense, but you gotta account for Ronda Rousey's mentality. She's gonna see these people cheering for Shayna Baszler, and there's no telling you that Ronda Rousey might turn into a hissy fit. You know what I'm saying? Like, she did a heel shit, got heel heat, and was pissed off. You know what I'm saying? The reason why most of these athletes transition into wrestling can't throw a punch is because they think wrestling's fake. So they do it fake. You know what I'm saying? They don't give no respect to the art of wrestling.
She got booed into having a baby.
Well, I mean, Travis Brown saw that WrestleMania money and was like, yo, fuck that.
Hey, Gigi, I really like your shirt, by the way.
Yes. So I definitely took a poll today and seeing what t-shirt that everybody wants me to wear. I'm definitely rocking Andrade versus, Eddie Guerrero. But that's for all you fans. I saw that out there. However, me, per se, I would personally like my little... fuck it. My AJ Lee versus, that's right.
She just came out with
DMD. I'm just saying this is my personal favorite thus far until I get my new one.
You guys remember that fan that met was it D Rose, and he had every single jersey for every single team he was in. He just came out, he just kept doing that. That's exactly what Gigi just did right now. She was like, yo, listen, I love your shit. Boom, came up with another one. Like, oh shit, wait a minute, she got the gun. But it was hot.
Very dope, very awesome, very comfortable. All right. Most importantly, very comfortable. Material is dope. I got 3 more coming down the way.
Yeah, you do. Thank you so much.
I'm obsessed with it. Yeah, definitely.
In the chat, I just put a link for if you want to go to the shop and pick up one of your shirts. Pick up one of the shirt for yourself through Dreammatch Wrestling. No,
Trust me,
shop.
It's
Yeah.
when you wear these shirts, people definitely start talking about it because they wonder. Some people may not have seen it, and when they see it and they see the matchup, the first thing they go and they say to themselves is like, "Damn, that would be a good match."
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
I have also the Chris Jericho versus Owen Hart, and you know,
That's
when
the
I
one
go
I
to
voted
work,
for.
I don't have a lot of like wrestling people to talk to and shoot this shit with, but a lot of like, you know, some of these guys was like, I know Owen Hart. I've watched Owen Hart, so they'd be like, hold up, Owen Hart had a match with Chris Jericho, and I'm like, motherfucker, it says dream match. Owen Hart's dead. What you talking about? No, although that would have been tight.
They don't
That would have
get
been
it.
fire. But
Since this one time in that dungeon up there in Calgary, they probably had 1 or 2 matches.
Probably.
That's true.
oh man, it was
That's true.
sparring for sure.
Hey, we normally just drop them like on special occasions, and being on your show, you guys mentioned that I just made them available. So
Nice.
so
Nice.
yeah.
Okay.
So anybody wants to go on right now, you can go at dreammatchwrestling.shop and you can actually shop for the shirts.
That's right. The link is in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Get your
Knuckleheads exclusive.
That's it. That's it. We out here. We out here. Yo, I wanted to ask you a question, bro. What is the one dream match that we could have gotten that we never gotten that you personally wish that we would have seen?
Man, there was so many. Man, I was just talking about one with the Lucha Outsiders not so long ago that I asked them, yo, did this match ever happen? And now I can't remember who it was. I want to say that it was Eddie and Bret Hart. I don't know if Bret was in WCW at the same time that Eddie was still. Yeah, because Eddie was there during '97, and so was Bret Hart. And that, to me, that's my personal favorite dream match. I've yet to do it because I want to give it justice. Every time I try to work myself into making that match, I get scared and I don't do it because it's my one opportunity to give my dream match the biggest like credit ever. And if the artwork is not like on point, I'm gonna be so upset with myself.
No, I feel you. I feel you.
How long does it take you to create these dream matches?
Man, it takes a while. I mean, the actual illustration could take a while depending on how I'm feeling. Like, it's just my mood. If I'm really into the match, I can get it done really quick. And then sometimes the part that gets really difficult is just the background. What kind of background am I feeling? Am I gonna do like a retro style background? Am I gonna do like a old school fight look, or do I want to make it more like a cinematic poster type of deal? So sometimes it's not so much of the actual work, it's just my mind and putting myself in the right space in order to be creative and get all the other bullshit out of the way, like work, other drama going on at home or shit like that. But yeah, finding yourself in the right space to be at your best creatively, that's the difficult part.
Okay, it's funny. Now that you say that, I was wondering which shirt took you the longest and which one was just like you had it, no effort. You just like, boom, I got this nailed, done.
Damn, that's a good question. The Jericho, no, you know who? Eddie Kingston versus Masawa. I did it like that. I don't know what got into me, but I was just like, because I was actually DMing, I was in a conversation with Eddie Kingston. Then I was like, oh man, he actually responded to me. He actually said something nice to me. And I'm like, yo, why the fuck have I not done one with Eddie Kingston? And like that day, I posted and he went ahead and reposted it. So that was one of like the coolest moments ever.
Oh, that's dope.
That's dope, man. That's dope. And the longest one that took you the longest to do?
Probably, I want to say Pillman Senior versus Pillman Jr.
Oh, okay.
Because
that was another shirt that I was looking at.
Because that was an actual collab with Pillman Jr. before he got signed to AEW. So we actually worked on that together. And he posted it. He took pictures with it. He went on Twitch with it. He promoted the shit out of it, and that's probably like our highest selling shirt ever because he went as far as promoting it. And then he got signed to AEW, and then they just kiboshed that shit.
Damn.
Yeah,
that's dope. That's dope.
But it's funny. That's the one time when I realized how eerily he looks like his father. It's like it's eerie. Like you see you go.
Oh man,
It's like
spitting
you want to talk about
image.
spitting image. That's the definition right there. Besides Benoit's kid, that's the definition. You're like, God damn, there's no denying it. That's your father.
He just spit you out.
Yeah, for real. You put about another 30 pounds on Benoit's kid, and that's Benoit.
And
Facts.
make sure you get rid of his neck. You gotta get rid of his neck. You can't have no neck.
Well, 10 of those pounds are gonna be the traps. You know what I'm saying? That's what that is. Yo, what was the dumbest match you ever heard somebody tell you, like suggest to you?
Oh boy.
Oh,
Before he answers,
Is this like a list? You have like a list?
Before he answers this. No, hell no.
Did you give him that match?
No, you can kiss my ass.
Which match?
No, I love when people do, because he'll go on live and people, he'll ask people's opinions on like matches, right? If he does not like your match, he will roast you on this shit.
Word. Okay.
I've seen it. But I will let him answer what was the worst commission he's ever done.
Oh shit, that's great.
Commission, like I've done for the most part, when it comes to commission, people just want me to do themselves versus somebody.
Yeah,
and I'll do that. That's not a problem. Like a lot of people like doing that type of shit. But like I get those suggestions all the time of like who should wrestle who and stuff like that. And a lot of times I get people that probably have already wrestled each other and they had no idea. But I think maybe the dumbest could be Doink the Clown versus Boogeyman.
Wow.
And I was like, why?
Wow.
Yo,
given
like
the
Boogeyman
right
can't
era.
wrestle, first of all. Yeah, like
that's that superstar era one. Like the superstars. When they
Yeah.
had the superstars, in the 90s, the early 90s, they didn't have shit.
I was thinking like the Great Khali versus Dink.
no, I have gotten
Damn.
I have gotten one with Great Khali. I think it was Great Khali versus Wardlow. I mean, there's so many that I can't even think of them right now. Like I'm on the spot, and I've gotten a lot of dumb ones. Yeah, Great Khali has actually been on. I think they mentioned Great Khali versus Walter, which is like Walter's dope, but man, Khali's not at the caliber of a performer that
Nah.
Walter is.
For real.
Never.
But Great Khali versus El Gigante.
That makes
Talk about
sense.
the most unmobile people on all time in wrestling. Yo, that match would go nowhere.
No,
Literally.
but can you imagine the pop that they would get with just one of them like moves?
Oh yeah.
Like one of them just takes a step forward or hits the rope, there'll be a big pop for it because someone actually moved.
They
By the
finally
way,
get that
El Gigante
lockup
has to come out
going.
in that bodysuit. I don't want anything else but that bodysuit.
No Giant
The bodysuit.
Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Elegante. He was okay in WCW as the Giant Gonzalez, but once he came to WWE, it was like, oh, no wonder you was in a tag match all your life in WCW. Even the Undertaker couldn't help that one
It
out.
makes no, absolutely not. It made sense as to why they put him as a tag team.
It's funny because Undertaker's had a lot
Good
of
Lord.
matches trying to pull something out of people. And it sucked for him because you're like, yo, it's like Bret Hart. Like, yo, you put me in a match with somebody and I'm trying to get something out of him. You're like, yo, I'm sorry, man. I got nothing for you, bro. Yo, we was out there for 10 minutes and 8 of those minutes, I was like, I want to go home. I can't do anything else with this guy, bro.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Like, well, was it Heidenreich when he wrestled Heidenreich? He was on some Nathan Jones. He was like, I can't get nothing out of these dudes, bro. What do you want me to do?
No, seriously, they pulled Nathan Jones from that WrestleMania match. It was like, yo, bro, I'm sorry. You can't even stand out there. You that bad. Yo, have you ever got a suggestion that you was like, one was like, who the fuck is that? And two was like, yo, I never even thought about this combo.
Man, it's I don't want to sound cocky, but it's really difficult to ever catch me off like by surprise, like saying a good match, because I've literally thought about I'm not gonna say I thought of all of them, but I thought of so many different ones. But yeah, it's just some of the ones that I actually just got one that I'm kind of like, I feel embarrassed because I haven't really been watching WWE much or WWE UK, so I don't know who this individual. I don't know who this individual is. I've never heard this name before, but it's for some reason I feel like it's probably someone from WWE UK. And someone said, obviously I know who Fit Finley is.
Yes.
But it said Fit Finley versus, and I'm probably gonna butcher this, Aija Dragunov.
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 I don't know who that is.
Dragunov.
Yeah.
I could definitely
was
see
the
that. He
guy
had
who-
him and Walter had 2 great matches. So, my fault.
Was he the one that won the belt?
Yes. At the
Well,
last
okay,
takeover.
okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That would be actually a good match. Hey.
Yeah,
So there you go. So
Both of them
I'm
are
actually
hard-hitting.
gonna like it now.
I think William Regal versus him would have been a better match.
Actually, I want to see Regal versus Pete Dunne. The one that they
Ooh,
teased
okay.
would be, because they pretty much dress exactly the same, and they have pretty much the same style. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and if you ever saw the classic tournament they had, the UK tournament,
Yes.
that was when Pete Dunne came in like he was a real heel during that
Yes.
tournament. He like
Oh,
busted
yeah.
people up before the match, and there was this backstage segment I remember between him and Regal that they got like really into each other's faces, and I was like, oh man, that would be a good match.
No, yeah.
I just remember him doing this. Easy,
Yeah.
bro. I don't beef with you, man, because he just looks like a dick. You know,
Yo,
him and MJF.
I
have
miss
those
that
faces
Pete
you want
Dunne.
to punch.
Oh yeah.
Word.
Well,
Me too. Like, I don't mind the one Pete Dunne that we have right now in NXT, but I definitely feel like he's been watered down so much, especially coming from the UK. I no, he's NXT UK. Okay, he's
I need to go back to the old version, then.
he's just relocated. Okay, so fuck off. I want to see him back on the main roster, but I'm afraid to see him on the main roster because they're just gonna mid-card him to death, and he's not gonna get the push that he deserves on a main roster. They don't even know what the fuck to do on the main roster.
That's true.
He's an Englishman, so they're just gonna do some bogus generic Englishman shit,
Yep,
some
with
like
Sheamus.
borderline racist shit.
Yeah, that's what they
You know how WWE is.
Yeah. And plus
Always.
he's small, so you know how Vince feels about the small guys.
If Wade Barrett, they never did anything with him, I have no hopes for them to be able to do anything with Pete Dunne.
That's facts. Especially
And
when
they
he did
got
I Got Bad
so
News.
good. Bad News Barrett was probably the best character that they had. One of the best characters. Just coming out of nowhere and be like, I'm afraid I have some bad news.
Word.
I'm awesome and you all fucking suck. Suck it. Good night. Good night.
That's all he needed to do.
That's all. That's it.
Yo, Dream, who's your favorite wrestler?
Bret Hart.
Okay. Do you find it difficult to not put him in every single match?
Wait, he said and.
You think
It
about?
was an and.
It was an
No,
end. There's
my bad.
Bret Hart and Eddie's like right there, edging right there. Sometimes I even debate on which of the two. But what was that last question you were gonna say?
Do you find it difficult to not put both of them in every single one of your dream matches?
Yes, all the time.
I get it. I can imagine that. There's some favoritism there. I can imagine it. Yeah.
I had to hold back, but I'm actually gonna do another one with Brett, but it's gonna be the Hart Foundation versus another tag team.
Okay.
Nice. It's gonna be him and Anvil.
Him and Anvil.
Nice. I'm with that.
Versus I don't know who I haven't said it because I don't know. I'm juggling between. I'm either gonna do something with like a contrast of styles or some similar styles. I was actually playing with the idea of Santana and Ortiz versus the Hart Foundation, just because it would be really different.
No, yeah, they would be.
Yeah, it would be.
Your Canadians versus your bodies.
Pretty much.
That one, that sign me up any day of the week. I'm there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Baby, sign me up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Do you find it you do a lot, you try to get old school and new school, or you just whatever comes to you? Is it like you try to balance it, or is it just like, hey, whatever, man, whatever came to me?
Yeah, no, I kind of just do whatever. Like, not too much of the past versus present. Sometimes I try to think of people in different companies, and I try to predict whether that person's ever gonna leave the company or not. But it's just kind of whatever comes to me. What I am trying to do different is that I find myself like a lot of people that hit me up. They a lot of the times give me dream matches of people with very similar styles. And that's the reason that they make it a dream match, because their styles are so similar that I'm starting to do like different styles, like someone that's two people are very contrast to each other, and that's why it would make a great match. That's why recently I did Shinsuke versus Razor Ramon.
That was dope.
Because for a long time I was like, I'm gonna do Shinsuke versus Shawn Michaels. I'm like, man, but like, you know, they both very charismatic, and like, oh, who's someone that Shawn Michaels had a good match with that probably would have a good match with Shinsuke? And I was like, Razor Ramon has like one of the best ladder matches, and then it was just like a snowball effect. From there, everything just started making sense. And it's like, oh wait, Shinsuke is the current Intercontinental title champion, and Razor Ramon was the Intercontinental champion, and he had that whole ladder match with Shawn Michaels to be the undisputed Intercontinental champion. Like, yo, what if we made it like he comes through a time portal with his Intercontinental Championship and now finds a new Intercontinental champion with a different design and all this different era shit? It's like, yo, put them both, the new era title versus the old school era title in a ladder match for the undisputed all-time greatest Intercontinental Championship.
Yo, I'm digging the backstory on that shit though.
That's how my mind works. There's always got to be a story behind it.
No,
Kind of like, yeah, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I feel you. Okay, good.
Yeah, because there was sometimes people criticize me over shit. Like I think one of the biggest criticisms was that was Sting versus Pentagon Jr. I mean, versus Pentagon.
Why was that? Why did they?
I don't understand.
Someone hated on. He's like, if someone DM me or either put a comment on. He's like, oh, why would you put this as a dream match? Why? Because they both wear face paints, and why? Because they're both this is such a corny match. And I'm like, bro, you have no idea how much thought I put into this, and what even came to my mind. Because what actually came to my mind and what got the whole thing started. This was prior to AEW, but what got me into thinking of that match was actually Lucha Underground. Because I thought of Sting versus Vampiro back in WCW, and in Lucha Underground, Vampiro turned out to be Pentagon's master.
Yes.
I was like, yo, what if he wanted to get revenge for his master on Sting? Because Sting annihilated Vampiro in that feud. Like, a lot of people criticize that feud for it being very one-sided and a lot of times being very long, because it was a year-long fucking feud. And Sting basically did squash Vampiro in that feud. But yeah, Vampiro turned out to be Pentagon's master. Like, yo, he wants to get revenge for his master. That's how that match came up to me in my mind.
That's a great throwback right there, because I think people forget. First of all, people don't know much about Vampiro in Mexico. They don't know the history about the guy. The guy was legitimately next level. And then people forget that Sting and Vampiro had a thing. And then Lucha Underground was one of my favorite things. Unfortunately, tapped out, but that whole storyline was dope, because he became Dark Penta. It was just Penta. He was dark, and he was breaking arms and doing all that cool shit.
Yeah, but he told him to break his arm. He told him to break his arm.
Yo, real quick, just for my sanity, whoever criticized you for that match, the simple-mindedness shit in your shit, go fuck yourself, bro. Because they have face paint. Like, eat a dick. Like honestly, eat a dick. If he puts Great Muta and fucking Pentagon Jr. together, it's because they're not white. Like, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Penta, sign me up.
Yeah, Sting and Pentagon Jr. are both good enough to make that shit interesting, storyline wise and match wise. You know what I'm saying?
Like, you know how wrestling fans are. I get that all the time.
Yeah. But from the bottom of my heart, go fuck yourself. Yeah, we don't hold back here, yo. If you want to rant, go ahead by all means.
Yeah, you pretty much said it for me.
There you go.
Appreciate it.
Is there a title that you actually love that, like, you just like the way it looks? Like, each one of us have our favorite, and it doesn't matter if it's IC or for whatever company. Like, I love the original IC title, you know, the one with the white background, that, you know, and then the wig tip eagle one, the one that the very first one that Austin won. Do you have like a favorite title that you can see it anytime and you're like, that's dope, no matter who has it on?
Well, obviously, because Bret Hart is one of my favorite wrestlers, the winged eagle is like one of my favorites. But then also, and then coincidentally, my other favorite wrestler, Eddie, was the undisputed WWE belt. That I think is an underrated belt that not a lot of people talk about. And if it ever came back, I wouldn't be mad at it.
I hear that.
They need to bring that back.
They do.
I agree with that one. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That title really made the person wearing it look like a champion. You know, I love that title. And it didn't last long enough. It made JBL look like a legitimate champion. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry. You know, JBL holding this title right here, I don't see it. But that one, I see it.
Yeah. It's funny because they would actually wear that title a lot. People would just do it over the shoulder now. Nobody really rocks it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, and for some people, like it fits Roman, but other people, I'm like, yo, just put the title on, bro. Just like that's not your style. I feel like it fits people certain ways. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
Yo, there used to be way back in the day. I'm gonna show my age here. I think UFC champion Tim Silva.
Oh yeah.
He used to always wear the belt around his waist, but that motherfucker was legit, like always wearing his belt. This motherfucker was out doing groceries and he was wearing his belt. He was doing any interview and he was so proud of that of being a champion. And I feel like everyone should be doing that. Everyone should be wearing it proudly.
I completely agree with that 100%.
But nowadays, where the Intercontinental title and the United States title and even the tag team titles don't get as much respect as they used to, do you see those as legitimate champions or like belt holders?
Say that last part again.
Do you see like all right? So nowadays they don't give enough respect to the Intercontinental, United States, and the tag team titles, at least in the WWE. Do you see the champion being like legitimate? Like it's one of like Shinsuke right now. He's the Intercontinental champion, but he hasn't defended that title or actually been recognized as Intercontinental champion for months.
Man, I'll be honest, man. I don't think the championship belt means anything in almost any combat sport right now. Even you talk about boxing and you talk about mixed martial arts, the belt doesn't mean shit anymore. Like you've got the and sorry for the people that don't know about mixed martial arts, but you got the heavyweight UFC champion right now, Francis Ngannou, getting paid $600,000 for a championship fight. What the fuck?
Yeah.
But then you've got Conor McGregor, who's not a champion, walks in and easily makes millions off of one fight.
Yeah. And he's on a losing streak.
So it's like Dustin Poirier, who just fought Conor McGregor, made the biggest payday that he ever did fighting McGregor over both of the times he fought for the title combined. So it's nuts. So it's like everywhere, even in AEW. For me, it really irks me. And I know they talk about, it's the main event, but to me, it ain't the main event unless it's last. So when you've got the title being placed first as the opener, that to me is like a disrespect to the title. I feel like every championship fight should be the last fight. If you don't make it seem that important, then you're burying your champion.
Agreed.
That's actually, I couldn't say it better.
Lay always says that. If it's not the last match, then it's not important.
Yeah, like you know when they say it's the co-main event. No. There's a main event. You're not the co-main event. There's a main event. The last fight or the last match is the main event. Like if you defend the title in the Rumble, that's different because the Rumble leads to WrestleMania. It's rare occasion. But if it's a regular pay-per-view and then you have like some mixed tag team shit that ends it, that's really disrespectful to the work. Like Jericho said, he goes, I was going to be in the feud with Kevin Owens. We were going to go last. All of a sudden, we're second. And that prompted him to go to New Japan. You know what I'm saying? Because they had the hotter story going. Like, our thing is legit. All of a sudden, you guys are going on second. Jericho said, fine. I will sign New Japan.
Yeah, man. It's like AEW did it with Bryan Danielson versus Hangman. When I saw that match come on first, it was almost predictable to me. Like, they're gonna go to time limit.
Yeah,
I already knew. I knew it was gonna be an hour match before they said anything because it was like, man, they came on first. This has got to be for a reason. And I felt like they're just gonna do the time limit because I was also having a hard time thinking who's gonna go over in this match. I'm like, they're gonna do some bullshit like that. They're just gonna have it go to the whole time limit.
Yeah,
like
and it's only with Daniel Bryan.
He's still smelling you. Like he has that new car smell. You're like, you just got it, bro. You just got it, man. What's going on? But the Zingano thing that I have a friend of mine that tells me to pay right before it comes out, and I was like, tell me this dude has been uppercutting and dropping, taking heads off like nobody's business, and he's getting what? and then Conor made like I think he made I'm mistaken like anywhere from 7 to 15 mil when he lost to Poirier, and he gets like rematches all the time. I go, yo, I get the draw, but can we win first? Please, just win. Give me a win, bro.
The biggest,
you begin a title shot. Justify it for me.
Yo, the Biggie, my bad. The Biggie version of in the UFC was Demetrius Johnson.
Absolutely correct.
Demetrius Johnson at this point was the longest reigning flyweight champion in UFC history, and there was no promotion for this man whatsoever. And then they said, they said the lightweights couldn't sub. Motherfucker, no one knew he was fighting until the day of. And that's like Big E. Big E's the WWE champion. He's not getting any promo time to promote anything, and he's wrestling at 9 o'clock on Monday Night Raw. Like 9 o'clock, not even at 8. He's wrestling at 9 when people already said, "All right, I'm done with this shit. I'm going to sleep." You know, it's like that's fucking disrespect. That's ridiculous.
Biggie definitely did not get the same amount of push that Roman would get, or with Brock get, or with AJ Styles, The Miz, anybody, and not for nothing, The Miz, as we're talking about title balls, especially the Intercontinental title, which is like probably one of my favorite titles, especially the white one, the fact that The Miz brought it back, it actually did bring some prestige back into the Intercontinental like champion itself.
Cody Rhodes.
Like, it's the only time. It's the that too. Yeah, Cody Rhodes. You're right. Cody Rhodes. He did bring it back. But dashing. Oh man. But remember, even with dashing Cody Rhodes, he brought it back, but there was no real significant difference as to the prestige to the title. There was nothing that was like, okay, you brought back the white strap. What else are you gonna do with it? And they didn't do nothing with him. They did nothing with him. With The Miz, though, he has the gifts of gab. Mm-hmm. And that's what put him over alongside with the IC title.
Yeah. Well, you guys know how I feel about The Miz. But I can
He's awesome. What are you talking about?
I can't stand it. But I can
I'm a misfit.
I can appreciate and understand and respect that he became a workhorse for that title, you know? Now, if you're telling me I have to watch an hour-long Miz match, I'm gonna slap you in the throat because I'm like, that's disrespectful to me. I shouldn't. Why are you gonna put me through that?
We know you watch the Miz and the Misses all the time. Stop fucking lying.
Absolutely not.
We see your DVR.
This is head of the table. This is not Miz TV. Did you see the booking difference there? The guy I'm about is. Then there's that guy. You know what I mean? But I do remember him coming back and like putting in the work, and I respect that because I've always loved the workhorse titles, even if it's a TV championship in WCW, you know what I'm saying, or the TV title in ECW, you know, where the guy is always on. When Benoit had the WWE Intercontinental Championship, that he was defending it every night on every show. That's the title I want to see. You know, I was hoping that with the TNT title and AEW would be the same thing, but I ain't see Sammy last night. And we're Sammy Guevara. You guys are on TNT, right?
Yeah.
Am I catching this wrong? So you know what I mean? Like, it's essentially a TV title, right?
Pretty much.
That every night. I could be wrong.
That's something that AEW does a lot, man. It irks me. They do it a lot. Every time someone's hot, you don't see them next week. You don't see them the following week. Sometimes it takes forever to ever see them. Like, yo, when's the last time we saw Jay? We just about to see Jay Lethal finally. Yeah. Like, come on, man.
Jungle Boy and Jurassic Luchasaurus are the tag team champions. You didn't see that? I haven't seen them in a minute.
Yo, they had
they're too busy. They're too busy on Rampage.
They had a
and then you have
the they were outside. They like the Ass Boys jumped them outside. So there wasn't a match. They just had like a bullshit segment.
And how is the TBS title being
getting over at all? The Hangman storyline.
Yeah,
I forgot I swear to God, I forgot he was champ, bro. All due respect to Hangman, I forgot he was champ.
Yo, is it just me, or have I been noticing the TBS title getting defended on TNT a little too much, and the TNT title being defended on TBS too much?
Yep.
You're not the only one that sees that, because it is ass backwards. Why are we doing these things ass backwards? If you are the TNT champion, you must defend it on TNT. If you are the TBS champion, All right, Jade, you are supposed to have the matches on TBS. Okay, you know it now that Dynamite is on TBS. We have the AEW Women's Champion. At the same time, as much as I love Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, what are we really getting out of it? Except now she's starting to get promos on the mic in front of a live crowd. All right. That I need a feud that's going to have meaning.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we have a numbers game, yeah, but one of the girls, I believe one of the top contenders, is actually injured right now.
Appreciate it, cuz. It's funny because here's the thing, right? So you bring in one of the Rhodes, probably the worst Rhodes of all, Brandy Rhodes, right? And now you're giving Brandy Rhodes. No, seriously, you're giving Brandy Rhodes a program with a former mixed martial with a bare knuckle fighter, right? But hold up, let me understand this. Is Thunder Rosa back there? HeDD is back there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, your Red Velvet is back there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm over here naming some talented women that I would love to see wrestle. Because
and that would be Cruz, the bunny. We can just put some people out there.
I love wrestling, no matter who's doing it, as long as they're good. And these are talented people I'm naming here. So you have this storyline. First of all, she's not good in the ring, and she's horrible on the mic. You know what I'm saying? Let's be real.
Talking about Brandy? You talking about Paige?
Brandy.
Oh, okay.
So really quickly to add on and piggyback to about Brandy being terrible on the mic. On AEW Dark that just passed this earlier this week on Tuesday, she was having a promo with who's that fucking Lamb? What's his name? He's like the head coach of the whole fucking team.
Dan Lambert.
There you go. You go. As they were cutting a promo in the ring, the whole crowd was dead ass unison. Shut the fuck up to Mrs. Rhodes. And yo, woo, that crowd was hot because they were like, nope. Because she was like, are you done? Are you done? The crowd was like, no, bitch. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. They continued.
Is the heel in this?
Yes.
That's amazing, isn't it? He's the heel. He's the heel.
He said it too.
And they're all like, yo, you know what? Yeah. He's not such a bad guy after all. You know what? I agree with this motherfucker right here.
He said it. He's like, isn't it crazy that you're getting booed and I'm the conservative sexist?
Yeah, the cancel culture.
Tonight.
He's talking about her tits. He's talking about her sex life. He's talking about her husband. He's talking about her child. And we don't give a shit. Yo, Brandy, you shut the fuck up.
That was it was great.
But she is Stephanie McMahon. Think about it, Lay.
Oh, no.
No, she's not Stephanie.
I don't want to do the comparison.
Do not compare the two.
Because
he's Stephanie in the Attitude Era.
Cody's clearly he became what he beheld.
I think that's the story they're going for. Because if you ever notice, they always have that fucking smirk on their face when people boo them. They have the smirk like, we got you, motherfuckers. We got you, motherfuckers. It's almost like we're gonna be the outlet for your WWE cries. We're going to be the people you hate, but you can't say it in WWE because they pipe in the noise, but we're not going to pipe in the noise. So go ahead, scream at Triple H and Stephanie McMahon, and it would be us.
That's funny, man. That's funny. Yeah. I just don't like to see talent being wasted. That sucks. It's a disaster.
And other people getting a push now because that's something I called it, man. The moment I saw Paige Van Zandt come to AEW, when she made that appearance, I'm like, they're gonna go with this bitch. she's gonna be in AEW very soon, and they're gonna push her to the moon. And it's like, man, you pretty much named them all. Like, and there's so much more. Ty Conti, so many. Statlander, and this girl,
my doppelganger.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
This Paige Van Zandt is literally gonna get a push before all those women.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Oh my God, I just remembered. You were talking about the dumbest dream matches. Someone did already tell me Paige Van Zandt versus Ronda Rousey.
Yeah,
my man, he was like, oh wait, somebody did say something about that. I tried to erase that from my memory, but it's all coming back to me now.
I want to go ahead and demote Kali and El Gigante match and put that right on top. I want to demote that match that I came up with. Just that match is. I tell you this much: if I'm gonna pay to watch some of the matches you made up, I want to get paid not to watch that match.
You know, and if Paige does get a push, it just goes back to what Big Swole was saying all along.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely correct. Yep. It's funny. Like, look, I'm trying to understand. Scorpio Sky, right? Big wrestler, has a look to him, right? Won that brass ring thing. I don't know what it meant. I don't know what that brass thing meant. I don't know what it meant.
I think it was for a title shot. It was for the TNT title shot, but it didn't mean shit.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I didn't do shit. He just captured a really big ass Sonic fucking ring. That's all he did. All right. He got multiple coins from that. That's it. It was multiple coins as a paycheck.
All of a sudden, I'm like, where's Scorpio? Yo, I didn't see Scorpio for 2 months after that.
Yeah. And he went into another tag team.
Yeah.
Bro, I knew Scorpio was a star. Scorpio was a star in AEW the moment he wrestled his shoes off. You guys remember that in the early days of Dynamite? He went in there and his shoes fell off, and he wrestled with him, and he had a huge reaction, a huge pop. Like, there's no reason this man should not be a star right now. Fuck being a champion, just a star. Like, because he is.
Yeah. And him being with
if you're a champion, that doesn't mean much, apparently.
Right now. Him being with this dude ain't doing him no favors. Was a man of the year or whatever the fuck his name is?
Yeah, Ethan Page.
Ethan Page.
I think him and Ethan Page are great. They bounce off of each other so well. It works. I just think that everybody needs to get the fuck out of his stable and do their own thing, because everything is a stable. You can't go anywhere. It's like AEW. Place a map of AEW and north, south, east, west. Each of them have a fucking stable. All right. Northeast has a different stable in between. Southeast has this. It's a hot mess. I love it and I hate it at the same time, because it feels like if you're not part of a stable, then you're just gonna get lost in the shuffle, and getting lost in the shuffle for AEW is being on AEW Dark or AEW Evolution or whatever. It sucks, because some of those matches on AEW Dark are fucking great, and if the matches won't get you, the fucking commentary will.
Oh, see, funny, because I'm happy you said stable, and I want to lead into that. Did you, growing up, brother, have like a favorite stable, or one that you're like, I wish I was part of that thing the whole way, even till the wheels fell off? You know what I mean? Yeah, yourself.
Bro,
yeah, I know that.
LWO all day.
That's the one. Yeah, I remember legitimately believing that these dudes that McMahon sent them, like, I was like, wait. First of all, Scott Hall's a really white name. Throw it out there. he had me with the accent.
Yeah.
What are you doing? And why are you rocking jean jacket? That's weird. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, NWO myself. I think Gigi's a DX one.
DX. No, I NWO. But I will always, how can you not have DX as well? But overall, I did choose NWO, because it's always for life.
My bad. Right. I think maybe I didn't enunciate it good enough. LWO. That's my favorite.
Latin World Order.
No. Yeah, no, I heard you.
You heard me.
Okay. I heard you.
People really forget that one, and I like when Eddie did it. I was a big fan of that. When Eddie did it, I was like, I'm with that. Yeah. And then WWE kind of teased it, but then didn't do it. Because that's what they do.
Because if you're not, the Mexicans and put us on lawnmowers where we belong, right?
Right. Yeah. Over the fucking bicycle.
Oh no, my God, no, the Mexicools.
Yeah. Yo, Richard, thank you for the sub, bro. Appreciate that, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Mexico I'm sorry, Mexico pisses me off, man.
I got you. Yo, Dream. I hate What's John that? Cena. Lay hates Edge and The Miz. Gigi hates Eva Marie. Who do you hate, bro? Who do you dislike the most?
Damn, man. You know, because I kind of stopped hating people so much like I used to. I did used to hate John Cena. 06, 07, I hated the fuck out of John Cena.
I think
I
everybody
hated the
did
fuck
at
out
that
of The
time.
Rock too.
Really?
Back in like early 2000s, I hated it fucking Rock. I was so happy when Chris Jericho became the undisputed champion and he beat Rock and Stone Cold on the same night.
Yeah.
But nowadays, like I don't think there's too many people like I hate. There's people I don't care about, and you could talk about 70% of the WWE roster right now. Most of
Don't worry. They don't care about him either.
Yeah, right.
and AEW's doing a good job of getting me not to care either lately.
Oh, shit.
Yo,
Is it
Hangman
that we see the
Page.
same old people almost every week now? Like, not for nothing. I'm seeing a lot of John Moxley back, a lot of Bryan Danielson. I'm seeing more of the familiar faces as opposed to the original faces of AEW.
I don't like saying former WWE guys too much because they all also came from like ROH and places like that.
That's true.
What the truth is, AEW cannot make their own stars. You don't see any original stars from AEW. You just see this already made, the ones that are already recognizable by the public, by the mainstream, which is mostly the WWE guys.
Yeah.
And the ones that the AEW originals that are standing out, that's because they're special. You know, like special talent. They're gonna shine no matter what. But then there's the other guys that need a little extra help, and they're not getting it. Or some of the ones that are still like getting buried in or lost in the mix, like you mentioned, Jungle Express, or was it? My bad, I'm already forgetting the name of the fucking
Jurassic
Express.
Yeah,
fucking yeah. You said they won the belt almost a month ago by now.
pretty much. Yeah.
And and they haven't been in the ring. They haven't defended it.
They have, but
it's
on
nuts.
Rampage. They leave it for Rampage. And the reason why they do that is because they literally like record the whole fucking show. They do Dynamite first. You know, they do Dark, Dynamite, and Rampage. And the reason is that they still are trying to record with a crowd that's still there from Dynamite. They're still trying to kind of hold on to that heat that they got going on. And like, that's why they put some of these, you know, great legends that we've seen thus far, you know, in the main event. So Jurassic Express was a main event on Rampage, and and they were going against Private Party, and then the Ass Boys, as soon as Express won, basically came in and attacked. And yes, it is legit. The Ass Boys are trying to trademark the name the Ass Boys, and I think it's gonna do great for their character and their tag team, because god damn it, that shit ain't fucking funny as fuck to be saying who's the tag team. Oh, those the Ass Boys. Like ass. They like ass. What type of ass? I don't know. It's suspect. I don't know.
Not to get away from the Ass Boys.
Themselves.
not to get away from the Ass Boys, but who remembers when Private Party was the shit?
Oh,
Private
Party remember when we spoke about it. I was like, yo, how are they not these guys?
Yeah,
they had that great match with the Young Bucks, right? And I'm like,
where they got over.
What do we?
Crazy.
Let's keep going, guys. Right?
Yo, I have a family member who comes to the house sometimes, and sometimes they'll walk in and see that I'm watching wrestling and whatever. They move on with their business. They saw the Ass Boys, and they're like, "Yo, weren't they fans?" I'm like, what are you talking about? Yeah, those guys, they were fans before. And I'm like, oh, are you talking about in the pandemic era when they were the ones behind the barricade acting as the fans? Yeah, you're right. I guess they were fans at one point.
Yeah.
That's funny. Oh my god.
It's hilarious.
They made an ass out of themselves.
Yeah, you had the Lucha Bros as champs, right? And then you have Santana and Ortiz, and they never at any point wrestled each other. You could have imagine doing that in Arthur Ashe Stadium. Had it.
Yeah.
That would have been. It books itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Santana Ortiz at one point was the hottest tag team out there, and then they just went ice cold.
They all kind of was. They all kind of were, to the point, because they even said it. They were like, we're gonna make it a point to make the tag teams in AEW mean something. Mm-hmm. That lasted about a month.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I thought at this point they would even have like a whole pay-per-view just dedicated to tag teams
Yeah.
or a tournament
Word.
or something.
Once FTR came, their tag team division went down.
Yeah.
It was all about FTR and the Young Bucks, and then the Young Bucks with the
And the
Lucha
Lucha
Bros,
Brothers.
and then now they fucked themselves over because there's no new tag teams, there's no young tag teams because Private Party doesn't need to be with Matt Hardy.
Right.
They don't need to be Matt Hardy at all. He didn't change them. He's not benefiting them. It's almost like well, we got nothing for them. Throw them with Matt Hardy.
Question: is the Acclaimed a tag team? Because I only see one dude wrestle. Just go. I don't know.
They're like Sting and Darby Allin. They're like Sting and Darby Allin.
Okay. No, because I see one dude getting his ass handed to him all the time, and the other dude just
Yeah.
So I'm like, are they a tag team or is it just like an act? What are we doing here?
No, they're a tag team. They feed off each other. You're always gonna have that one tag team that's gonna basically hold the team down more than the other. But man, they're fucking entertaining to watch regardless. They're so entertaining to watch. You know, I enjoy watching them. Hell yeah. I enjoy watching the Acclaim. I live for Max Caster's fucking rap. I'm like, I'm here for it. I'm here for the shits and gigs. Let me hear it. That was good. That was good. Haha.
When's the last time Matt wrestled?
I think before he got suspended, right? For saying that shit about
That's
the Olympic.
Because I can't remember. I honestly cannot remember him. Not even on Dark wrestling. That's what I'm telling you. And I watch Dark. You know, I don't remember the last time I seen him in gear wrestling.
It was very recent.
No,
I just can't remember.
Huh?
They wrestled Sting.
Who wrestled Sting? Was
Both of them.
They or
No, they had a tag match.
No, it was a tag match.
And they took out Darby Allin, and it was almost like a handicap match. And Darby Allin came out at the end. So they both wrestled Sting. They got their ass kicked by Sting.
Yeah, they got.
Sting. Yeah, like 2
weeks ago. It happened like last week, wasn't it?
Yes, it's very recent.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, it's not recent.
Yeah, I don't remember. All I remember, I know
was it Bash at the Beach?
Him and a mic. All I know about him is him and a mic. I rarely see this dude like.
I'm smoking you high. That's crazy.
No, but it's Dream. We criticize the WWE a lot about this shit, and then when you bring it up by AEW, now we're speaking about it, it's like, yo, hold on, wait. You know,
they fucking up too.
Yeah, we're in the honeymoon phase of AEW, but they are fucking up.
Yeah, they're fucking up too. Both companies are fucking up.
Yeah,
you know, it's just like sometimes, and a lot of times, I think for the wrestling portion, AEW will always be better for wrestling fans.
Yeah,
where WWE is more for a story, and I get it's a story, but sometimes it's the same shitty story over and over again. It's like, how many times do I need to read the same book? Like I don't got the whole encyclopedia. You're literally saying the same shit for the last 15 years going on right now. Like, can we stop this shit?
Yeah,
but WWE gets a pass from me, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because WWE has made it a point to tell everybody that they're not a wrestling company.
This is true.
They don't call their superstars wrestlers. They call them superstars. They're not here.
They're not wrestlers. We're not a wrestling show. We're a sports entertainment.
They're just like any company. They're always worried about new business. They don't care about their reoccurring customers. They care about new customers. That's what WWE is. It's a conglomerate, that corporate monster that they're just worried about new viewers and the new kids that are gonna ask their parents to buy the merch and buy all this, and that's what they care about. And the way to do that is not through wrestling, and it's not through wrestlers, unfortunately, is what they're gonna start doing now, which is the next in line and getting these monster-looking people and the people that look larger than life, and that's what they're gonna go back to. And that's why WWE gets a pass from me, but I don't mean it as I enjoy the product, because I just don't watch it. So they're not a wrestling company, so it's not for me. I'm a wrestling fan, so I'll watch a wrestling product. I'll watch New Japan. I'll watch AEW, because at the end of the day, like you said, Gigi, AEW still is catering to wrestling fans. They're still a wrestling product. We don't like them. We don't like some of the shit they're doing, but they're still a wrestling product. I still watch more wrestling there than I do on WWE. and yeah, so that's why I kind of just ignore whatever the fuck is going on in WWE most of the time, unless Rumble time comes around and I get all excited thinking I'm gonna see something really cool, and then I just see 60 minutes of a bunch of men, having a very boring, lackluster match. And like, yo, I was watching this. I'm like, yo, did somebody tell them some bad news before they came on? Because no one looks like they're having a good time.
No, seriously.
More releases.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and then like, oh, bro, Brock's gonna win this shit. Because before the Rumble, and sorry that we're switching back to the Rumble now, I was like, yo, I have a feeling that Seth is gonna win the Rumble. That's who I thought was gonna come in as number 30 was Seth Rollins, which I don't know if people would have liked that better than Brock.
I wouldn't have, but my man is losing his way to the top. He's the only person. Him and Conor McGregor loses every match and gets a title shot.
Yeah, so I was like, man, it's gonna be Brock. Watch it be Brock. But yeah, you see everything playing out the way it is and whatever. I honestly though, I thought that we were going to get Brock Lesnar, Bobby Lashley, and Seth and Roman, but I thought we were gonna get them at WrestleMania. That's what I really thought.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because I don't want to see Brock and Roman again. I really don't.
No.
And
I don't know what he does.
And then the fact that we're clearly not gonna get The Rock and Roman this year is the only one that made sense, and the person that would knock Roman out would be, to me, it's only right for it to be Seth
or Big E.
Or Big E.
We all thought Big E was gonna win the Rumble, and
yeah, we had hope for Big E to win the Rumble.
Yeah,
I didn't
because him and Bobby are with it again.
I didn't, because I think WWE's already met their quota for black men.
No, that's true. That's facts.
That's
facts.
I was surprised that Bobby got it again. I was very surprised that Bobby got it again.
Yeah.
Bobby got it. That's why I was like, yeah, Big E's not gonna win the Rumble.
Yeah, you're preaching to the choir there. That 1-1 already. That's enough. We're done.
Yeah.
We're done for the next 6 months. What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Jesus, man. Yeah.
I don't know. We're in February. Folks. We gotta listen. They still at least got one more month, not even a whole month at that, yo. All right, I'm just saying.
If you lose the Elimination Chamber in Blood in the Sand, I'm gonna be upset.
If Bobby loses, we riot.
Right?
Oh shit!
At the house show, Lay?
At the fancy house show. At the fancy house show.
Any premium live event in Saudi is a house show.
A premium live event. I don't understand what that means. Premium live event. It sounds stupid, but that's what it is.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I called it pay-per-view, and I was like, oh wait, no, that's not what it is anymore. By the way, that premium live event is full of shit. Nothing was premium about it, and it sucked. So I'm happy I didn't order it, because I'd have been really pissed at myself.
Nah, I hear you.
I would have been constantly like, yo, give me my $70 back, bro. I want my money back.
Yeah. Yo, but
you owe me.
Speaking of the Rumble, there's a lot of talk about Shane being the guy who fucked the Rumble up.
Yeah.
And I honestly, in my heart, I don't have any facts on it, but in my heart, I believe Vince was like, yo, your grandmother passed. I got to go deal with this. Shane, go handle your business. And he goes, all right, yo, why don't we make something magical happen? Why don't this guy win? Nope, he can't win. How about him? No. Him? No. Big E? No, he's black. Fuck. I'll win the shit. If no one can win it, I'll win the shit. You can't win the shit. Then you know what? I want to see y'all niggas say Brock Lesnar can't win the shit. Yo, Brock, you're in the fucking Rumble. That's how I feel. There was so many people telling him no. He got 29 no's and 1 yes, and that was Brock Lesnar. And he's like, well, you're gonna treat me like shit. At least let me fucking throw someone out. Yo, Kevin Owens, me and you, we know each other. I don't know these other guys. I'll throw you out and let Bad Bunny do some shit. In my heart, I felt like that's how the conversation went.
I think you guys already mentioned it, but Bad Bunny was the best part of that Rumble.
Yeah.
God damn right.
Sad. That's fucking sad, but yeah, that was.
Body.
To the point I'm even considering. I was talking to it with my wife, Sauce Killer. She's my partner in Dreammatch Wrestling. She actually made that shirt, the DMD versus AJ Lee.
Oh, nice.
She's very talented artist. Yeah, she I was talking to her like let's do something different. We've never had like celebrity wrestling personalities have a dream match, and we were like, yo, let's throw Bad Bunny in it because he's so hot right now that people probably buy this shit, and we're just thinking about who, and we're like, man,
Pete
it's got to be.
Rose.
I was thinking Pete Rose. I was thinking Pete Rose at first. I was thinking about that. I was like, man, but is that for like? Is anyone gonna remember like the current wrestling fans? Do they remember that? So the
Oh,
one that we
man, no.
landed on was because it made sense not just in wrestling, but musically would be Bad Bunny versus Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
I knew he was gonna say that. I
can see
knew
that.
it. I felt it. I was like, it has to be Snoop. It's the only one that one will make relevant because it's Snoop is legendary one. Okay, so we got
Yep.
the legendary celebrity that's always been part of wrestling. Two, no one can ever forget that top rope move that he did in AEW, and we will never,
The fall,
ever make sure that he forgets about it. All right.
the fall off the top rope.
I told you guys. He's like it's like the cat that never made it to the other side. That's exactly what happened there.
I swear he said, "Oh shit!" as soon as he left the turnbuckle.
Yep.
I thought it was the window. I'm like, did you just say oh shit?
And it's so funny because if you really think about it, they like haven't they already been like in a commercial with like a Corona shit and everything like that? So they're already tied into this shit. It would make absolute complete sense to do that.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
That'd be money.
And have them at their WrestleMania moment, right?
yo, but you got to do me a favor. You got to put Snoop Dogg in the Sasha Banks pose.
This motherfucker.
Just for me. Or at least in the glasses.
I'm pretty sure Snoop is gonna be all about that.
At least with the glasses.
Put him with the boss glasses.
Yeah,
Related to her.
Oh man.
Hey man, that's how he looked when he jumped off the top rope.
No, he did. No, don't disrespect Sasha like that, man. She gets she does her thing.
Yeah,
she even tweeted out, "Yo, I think I'm gonna need to help you on that, bro. You're like, yo, you can't be doing that shit. What are you doing, fam? Don't be putting my name out there. You're my cousin. I think Dominican.
Oh, okay, it's Dominican. My bad. I was just gonna make Sasha the special guest referee on the match.
Hey,
yo,
there's the link right there, man. There you go.
Right there.
Better than Damian Priest at this point. I feel bad for that guy.
Yo,
I love him in Ring of Honor. I love that dude in Ring of Honor.
I love that name, Punishment Martinez.
Yep. Oh man, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then when I saw Damian Priest, I was like, who? Who's Damian Priest?
Yeah, she's
then
German
I was like,
she's German and African American.
I don't know who Damian Priest is. Is he coming
from Hispanic at all?
According to Wikipedia, her father's African American, her mother's German.
Bailey is Latina. I know that much.
Bailey is Latina.
Well, you can tell.
From where?
I mean, that ass.
From behind.
Shit.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I mean, what country?
No, yeah.
Yo,
I don't know. Is she Puerto Rican?
Bailey?
I'm looking it up.
Did you guys know that Seth Rollins' last name is Lopez?
Isn't he adopted?
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah. I was like, nothing about you says Lopez. I've seen you try to dance. It's disrespectful to the world. Don't do that again.
Yo.
Please don't do that.
She Mexican, according to Wikipedia. Bailey's.
Okay. Nice. Miss her. I miss Bailey.
Word. I need Bailey back. I need
during the pandemic, she was well, all due respect, her, Britt Baker, certain people just kept women on a level. Sasha as well, you know what I mean? Not Charlotte. Certain people kept things.
No, it's true though.
Absolutely. Britt Baker was doing it from a wheelchair, bro.
That's the craziest shit. That's the best, craziest shit. And that's why she gets like a lot of props from me because she legit wasn't even wrestling, couldn't compete, completely injured. Her whole thing was being a role model, and the bitch literally became a role model.
A rolling model.
All right.
Sliding notes to Tony.
Yeah, right.
Sliding notes to Tony, Reba, right? Because that's what she never called her by her name. Oh man. And even the segment where Swole put her in the garbage can. All right, let's not forget that this girl, she was like injured still. What are we gonna do? Fuck it, just put her in the garbage can. I'm gonna put myself in a garbage can, and put herself in a garbage can. And it was a great fucking segment.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And it put Big Swole up there too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
You know?
Big Swole, yeah. And it's funny
because
because
a big part of that.
It's funny because then again, as Dream put it very well, what happened? And like we just didn't see Big Swole again. And it wasn't no information about why. It was just Big Swole, not even on Dark either.
But then we end up finding out why.
No, we found out why, but the point is,
but they should have said
that's
something.
a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how do you get people to care about somebody that, like, you know, you tell, hey, she's actually battling with something. She has been while wrestling too.
Yeah, they did it for Moxley.
Yeah, unless you know we don't know something. Unless she made it clear that she didn't want people knowing, then that's different.
No, that's true. Yeah,
definitely. Nothing but respect if that's what you want to go about it. But it was like, yo, there's no update. Like I've seen this woman wrestle. She's talented. She has a look. I'm with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, yo, that's the thing I'm getting with Thunder Rosa, and I love Thunder Rosa, and I'm like, where the hell is she?
Yeah,
and the next match is going to be with Martinez.
I know she does like other dates and stuff like that, but you have to have that lady front and center, man. Like have her in front and center. You know, she gave you a hell of a match. You know what I'm saying? When they did their hardcore match, that for some reason people were not fans of, I was like, oh, you must have lost your mind because it was wrestling, and if you want entertainment, it was also in there too. You know, you had a little bit of everything. You know, but I was like, all right, and with Martinez, even with Martinez, that program started, and now
what they're wrestling each other on Rampage, I believe, or next week on Dynamite. Martinez,
I think it's next week.
Yeah, it's something like that. But it took a while for that match to happen. Like,
and then it happened the next week. Yes, champion Jade, who haven't seen again, like Dream put as well. Where's Jade?
Yeah.
Saying, yo, you do good work with the men, and you forget that these women are just as good or not better. Like I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. Help me out. You know what I mean? I mean, if that company's not doing it, you can at least be the opposite of them. You know what I mean? Be better.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
I feel like the AEW Women's Champion alone in matches should be represented more on Dynamite.
I agree.
Yeah.
Like she can look how many jobbers that they have there on Dark and everything like that. Yes, they won't get in the ring, but let Britt Baker basically elevate these other women by putting the jobbers in there. Like, and yes, we all know the predictable winning Britt Baker's gonna, win. And so we actually have a Thunder Rosa or Chris Statlander or Ty Conti basically coming back in there and like stop picking on these girls, but still have Britt do her own thing without the help of other people.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't see Britt in the ring more as I would like to.
Yeah.
And it's it kind of sucks that we only get to see it more on maybe once a month on Rampage.
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's really frustrating. Like you could do. Remember when John Cena? I mean, but when he had it open challenge, the U.S. Open Challenge, and Cena came out and Owens did his thing. You know what I mean? It's like the talent could lose and still go over.
Yeah.
As long as it's a valiant effort, and but it has to be with the championship that matters. Mm-hmm. That's the problem. Like when Kenny,
not even the
like, I must say, remember when Kenny? I've said this before. When Kenny, Pac, and Cassidy had that match, I believe that anybody could win that match.
Yeah, that was a good match.
Now you're like, oh, okay, Cassidy might do this, right? Cassidy didn't even go over, neither did Pac, but you're like, that's what you can do. You have a match like that at the end.
Yeah, close out the
right, and it could be the guy. He wins a battle royal tournament. And he's not going to win, but he has such a good match that people are like, yo, he took you to the limit, son. That guy, keep an eye on that guy. Just keep an eye on that guy. But you don't do that. You can do that with Scorpio Sky right now. Right now.
Yeah.
They tried to do that with Liv Morgan, but with Liv Morgan and Becky, they tried to do that with them, but
and it was working. It was working with Liv Morgan.
And now she's resting
best
on it.
matches of her entire career.
Yep.
Nothing.
Yeah.
But I mean,
if we didn't have Ronda win it, I wouldn't have been mad if Liv Morgan wanted to go up against Becky and have that underdog story again. You can always revisit them. That actually was good. I wouldn't mind having that rivalry continue. But obviously, certain names make money. All right? We need to go to WrestleMania with big names and part-timers.
But here's the thing.
This is what we're going to be doing. Just to sell the ticket. The name alone sells the ticket. Unfortunately, Liv Morgan's name doesn't sell a ticket.
But if you
not like that.
Live up, you can get those tickets sold. That's what
absolutely. Absolutely.
But
where she's billed at now, in their eyes, it's not going to sell the ticket. That's why you put Ronda Rousey's name in there. Because guess what? They know they're losing money. All right.
Yeah, here's what you do. Yeah. You go back to 1992, and after this, I'll let Dream do his idea. You go back to 1992. Ronda Rousey eliminates Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair grabs Ronda Rousey. Liv throws Ronda Rousey over. She's the winner of the Royal Rumble. She wrestles Becky. Now Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair have some unfinished business that they can attend to at WrestleMania. She doesn't need to win the Royal Rumble when she gets an automatic title shot just for showing up.
Yep, absolutely correct.
But Dream, you were saying something about Britt Baker?
Oh yeah, because you were bringing up the point of that losing, you can make somebody off of losing, and that's exactly isn't that what they did with Britt Baker with Thunder Rosa? Didn't Britt lose that match? But the one you remember the most from the match was Britt.
Absolutely, yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a wrestling staple. It's been done for years. You know what I mean? And listen, we don't. A lot of people don't like Randy Orton, but he, in a sense, is kind of like Chris Jericho that understands that the business needs stars because he'll put somebody over. You know what I mean? Like, remember there was a SmackDown where Cesaro was a dark horse in Elimination Chamber, and he beat Randy on SmackDown in a 10-minute match, and it was good. See what I'm saying? Right there, you believe Cesaro had a chance.
You know what I was watching that's now relevant to this conversation? Mm-hmm. I was watching just the other night when Santino almost won the Elimination Chamber. And everyone was behind him. Everybody was going nuts thinking that it was actually going to happen. So it's not something like too crazy to believe that, that it won't sell.
It's funny because it's not hard if you drop the little nuggets and tease the little things there. You know what I mean? Like, look, the roll-up has been done to death now. Now it's the most dangerous move in wrestling.
Yes.
Roll-up. It is. It's officially. But when you do it with a guy like, let's say anybody from the Best Friends, right? Anybody. You can pick any of those dudes. Let's say they get a roll-up on Wardlow, right? Because Wardlow's pretty over right now. All of a sudden, you're like, yo, in the back, they'll be like, yo, the kid got you, bro. You ain't even see that coming, and he got you. And he's like, damn, I gotta erase this kid. But the kid keeps fighting him to the point that they're like, yo, dude, gotta respect you, son. You don't know how to quit.
Yeah.
They did that with CM Punk. Isn't that how CM Punk beat Wardlow? With a
roll-up? Yeah, with the roll-up. Yep.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, the CM Punk need to beat Wardlow. No, he doesn't need to beat Wardlow. Now, if like Jungle Boy does it, you're like, oh shit.
No, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Wardlow's another one that I question in the story. It makes me wonder, for story-wise, it makes me wonder how little is AEW paying Wardlow that he needs money from MJF to put up with all the shit that he puts up. Like, we need to know the contracts here, like, to really understand why he's putting up so much with MJF. Is MJF really paying him that much?
Yeah.
Therefore, AEW is paying him very little.
Yeah. Is he really?
How much is AEW paying MJF to be able to afford the services of Wardlow?
No, seriously, yeah.
Wardlow needs to get into the contract dispute with AEW. Like, hey, wait.
We're gonna get a.
He's in a Mercedes. I'm driving a Pinto. Do you see the difference here?
We're gonna get
a problem we're having here, folks. I'm in a Kia.
And then also,
I'm in a Kia right now.
You gotta think about it also from Tony Khan. How do you get a contract within a contract? Wait a minute. Am I getting a cut of this money as well? Because technically, you work for me, and if you work for MJ, is this like a one of them pyramid schemes that we're working on over here?
We're gonna get a VH1 behind the this is the real life of Wardlow, and he's gonna have 12 kids that we don't know about, and my man can't support him off the AEW minimum base contract. That's what it is. My man got a minivan with 5 kids, 3 dogs, 2 wives. He can't afford none of that shit. And MJF is just shouting out the $100 bills.
Oh,
He's in massive debt from child support.
Word.
He's wanted in 13 cities because they all got warrants for his arrest because he had to pay child support.
Yo, for real.
He was an NBA player in the past life. That's why that happened. He was an NBA player in the past life. Got them kids everywhere, dropping kids.
One of them Kardashians ruined his life.
Oh, yes, absolutely. There you go. And it's funny, the moment I see somebody like that in AEW, I go, I'm checking out. New Japan all the way. New Japan all the way.
Oh, seriously.
What's Okada up to today? Let's see what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. I was wondering, is there any, is there any tag team that you always thought to yourself they could have been better if, maybe they just needed that one thing? You know what I'm saying? They're good, but they're missing it. You're just like, you know what I mean? Like you can see greatness, but you're like, I
don't know, man. I'll think you put me on the spot now. All the tag teams I'm thinking about.
Listen, they can answer it too. Just an open forum. But I was wondering because it hit me. I'm like, Santana Ortiz aren't missing anything except backing, except book.
Yeah,
they're not missing it. You know what I'm saying? But then it got me thinking, what about those tag teams that were missing that one thing that could have just?
For me, probably would be the world's greatest tag team, which is Charlie Haas and Shelton Benjamin. Something about when Angle was not involved, I didn't care as much. I cared about Shelton, but I didn't really care too much about Charlie.
Yeah, it's
so
funny.
I think it would be a completely different story if it was the tag team was actually Kurt Angle and Shelton Benjamin. That would have been awesome.
Yeah.
No disrespect to Charlie Haas. It's like I didn't get myself to care about him back then.
Yeah. But it's funny when you said the tag team, I was like, that's exactly the tag team I was thinking of. I was like,
oh, nice.
Them. Right away, I was like, and then I thought to myself, it's Haas. Because first of all, Angle and Benjamin are freak athletes. Haas was so stiff. You're like, did they find him? They go, yo, you, world's greatest tag team. Come on, no, just come, bro. Don't worry about it. We need somebody else in the storyline.
He was definitely the Marty Jannetty of the two.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. And I love the fact that no matter what happens, both the tag team could suck, but there's always a Marty Jannetty. It's like, he's not quite as good as the other guy.
There's always one.
This is true, yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying. So you two, same thing? You have a tag team like that? I'm saying? Because I was racking my brain. I was like, yeah, the world's greatest tag team. And they screwed over Benjamin because you should have been bigger too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got him fired though.
I miss Benjamin in Suzuki Gun.
Really?
Oh, in New Japan?
In New Japan, they look dope, man. I think he had the gold hair on it and everything still, or something was gold on him. Y'all remember that?
Yep. I remember his New Japan run very short because I didn't know he was in New Japan until I saw the Wrestle Kingdom with him in it. And I was like, oh shit. And then like a few months later, Shelton Benjamin's coming to SmackDown. I was like, oh, it took 2 years for it to happen.
Stable.
But oh shit.
Then they tried to make the world's greatest tag team with him and Gable again. And it didn't work.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was like, no. Give this man the title run and just call it a day.
There you go. Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander.
Okay,
they needed actual time on TV to do something because all their matches, even when they were the tag team champions, with 5 minutes, they were treated like divas.
You know what's funny, and that's another thing during the pandemic era, the Hurt Business. They were essentially the bloodline on the other side.
Yeah,
because they were on point.
Yeah. They were good.
Everything they were doing, they were great.
That time, that era that we had the Wyatt family at its hottest and the Shield at its hottest, that could have been Hurt Business and Bloodline.
Yes.
I remember people screaming, "This is awesome!" And they were just looking at each other. They hadn't started the match or anything. It was awesome. I was like, "Great! Can they wrestle?" You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I remember thinking in my head, the one that's gonna turn is Moxley. Well, Dean Ambrose. For any folks that don't know out there, it's like, oh, he's gonna turn. All of a sudden, I'm like, Seth makes sense. He looks like a dirtbag.
Yeah.
At the time, I'll be honest, the one that I least gave a fuck about was Dean Ambrose.
Yeah.
I was not really a Dean Ambrose fan. Now I love the fuck out of John Moxley. I love John Moxley.
Yeah. I knew about his like pretty much death matches, right?
Yeah.
Then when I saw him, I was like, wait, who the hell is Dean Ambrose? I was like, I don't know who this. You know what I'm saying? But I like the fact that he wasn't as technical as Seth, and he wasn't as cool as Roman. He was just on some listen, man, I'm the weird guy here, but I get shit done. You know what I mean? But then when he became like an idiot, I was like, I'm done. We're good.
Yeah. Well, he was done also when that happened.
Yeah. The smartest thing he did was bounce.
Yeah.
All props to him. Him and Jericho realized, it's no longer sweet on this side. I gotta go.
Give me one quick second. I'll be right back.
All right.
Yeah, man.
I'm just chilling here, eating my goldfish.
I hear that.
No show?
Wait.
No show?
I sent him the link. He said he was going to be in his car, but I don't know. Usually, I mean, he'll probably get on at like 11:30.
If he would have got the thing I sent him to him like 3 months ago, he would have been money.
No, these are facts.
Fuck, man. You put that up there, and if your car drives itself, your hands free to do all the rapper things you want to do with your hands.
Yeah.
Just do it. You know what I'm saying? I want to give a shout out to my cousin, Darling, for coming by, showing love. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much, man.
It's the message right there.
There it is. Yeah.
Yep.
Right. That's dope.
Yo, Richard, are you still here? Richard A. Staple. He mentioned he was at the AEW event where CM Punk and MJF tore the house down. I wanted to get to that.
I saw
nice.
That. Yeah. By the way, props to MJF for wearing the pinstripe.
Yes.
And the Yankees hard. You son of a bitch. We noticed. I noticed.
Yep.
I see what you did there. And by the way, props to AEW for the way they ended it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yo, it took balls to do that. And I was
in Chicago.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah. Exactly.
In Chicago.
That
match finish was great. I'm with it. That's how you do a false finish.
Yeah. Yo, that match had the oldest of old school vibes to it.
Oh yeah.
And it was beautiful.
Oh, absolutely.
Between going in the audience, coming down, the fucking tape around his neck.
Yep.
He passed out. Oh, he's the winner. Oh, there goes the tape. No, don't do that. All of it. Just great old school vibes and whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
The only thing I wasn't a fan of is a Wardlow throwing the ring in. I like Wardlow.
I'm gonna be real. I didn't even notice that he threw the ring in.
He handed it to him.
Yeah.
From behind him. When he was on the ground and he stepped over him, he put his hand behind his back, and MJF picked it up and put it in his tights, and then went in the ring and put it on.
I was a fan of seeing Wardlow when they attacked Punk just on some.
Yeah,
I don't want to be here because you can make Wardlow work on my skills all day in the back, but you can make Wardlow such a great face because first of all, he's probably one of the biggest guys you have in there next to the Luchasaurus.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And Lance Archer. But then he's young and he has a look to him. You can market the shit out of a guy like that.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, if this is gonna be that he calls him the next match with CM Punk, whatever they do, got no problem with it. But I felt like this could have been the time for it. But the way they did the false finish and everything, I'm happy in a way that they did it because it would have took away from this match.
Yeah.
Which is once again, like you said, very old school. I swear to God, it was like almost Attitude Era-ish. You know what I mean? But with a little ruthless aggression thrown in there, like a little spice. Yeah. My man said, some of that.
Word.
Who booked it? But that was a phenomenal job. And, I was like, oh, this is impressive.
Oh, yeah.
And you saw how much time they had left. You go, this match is either going to be great or suck. It's going to, It can't be.
Yeah, they were just going. They were like, "We're just gonna continue with this, folks."
Absolutely, yeah.
They're
But
letting
that's
us.
about, that match is either it's gonna be or it's gonna suck. There's
Yeah.
no in the middle for these two guys. You know what I mean? Like Punk they don't have okay matches. You know, some like either great or it's gonna suck.
So finally,
Yeah.
Punk got his L.
Yeah, but it was you know what's funny and where it happened, how it happened, and the opponent I think was that's like a perfect storm of things. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And then to continue a storyline with Wardlow on top of that, like,
Yes.
oh, you wanna get in there and okay,
Yeah.
and then just cut a promo on him.
Mm-hmm.
Warlow doesn't need to cut a promo; he'll just go in there
Yeah.
and power bomb, and
Mhm.
power bomb,
Mhm.
and another power bomb, and 5 more power bombs, and then
Get rolled
another
up.
power bomb. Yeah. And then just step on him.
They go commercial, comes back, another power bomb. This is what Wardlow does. Wardlow does.
Yeah, so-
we're clearly talking about the Punk MJF match at this point, Dream.
Yeah, from last night.
Okay. Yeah. What did you think about it?
Your
I think
mic
you're
is
muted.
off.
Mic's off. Settings.
Yep.
Yeah, it
I
happens to all of
understand
us.
the pain. I
Welcome,
completely understand.
to the team. It happens to all of us.
It's Steve. Steve does these
Yeah.
things,
Oh,
man.
he's officially part of the fam now.
Yeah, man.
All of us.
Am I back?
They know it's all good. Yo,
Whoa.
Now you sound
You can hear
you sound
me
a
now?
little
Oh,
you sound a little
I
robotic.
hear you, but you sound mad robotic right now.
Yeah, you got the echo.
you sound,
Oh my.
what the
sound like you had 8 cigars in a row.
You sound like Kane when he first started talking. My name
You
is
were-
Kane.
By the way, the Rock in that I am, and I was like, yo, you're such. It was Kane, the Big Show, and somebody else he was making fun of that night.
Yep.
And I was like, but how come
Was
he didn't
right now.
eviscerate them like he did Billy Gunn? I never understood that.
That's so weird.
One time I'm gonna do a show with only that voice.
Oh God, no. Oh my.
You know what's what you had a deep voice and you sounded robotic. Now you sound normal but robotic.
Oh shit.
There you go.
Oh wait, we're
There you
good.
go.
We're
There
good.
you go.
We're good? Okay.
Yep.
Your money.
It sounds good now. You sound like a
Don't touch
person
anything, you're good
and
now.
not like a robot.
I already forgot the topic.
Well, MJF and CM Punk from last night.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
Warlow.
man. MJF beat CM Punk twice in one night.
Yep. Pretty much.
In Chicago.
Mission and the
In
pin.
Chicago, yeah. Yeah.
I'm just saying it's a ballsy call to do that, but I was a fan of it. It's like it was,
I'm not surprised that CM Punk went to sleep on a jiu-jitsu move.
That's true.
and remember, they're putting over one of the 4 pillows of AEW.
It's true.
One to JR, one of the 4 pillows. I don't know what that means. I'm trying to figure it out, but you know. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
Yeah, I don't know why they made such a big deal of that loose tape that just so happens to come off of MJF's wrist. Like, come on. He wasn't doing anything illegal.
It's all legal.
Yeah.
I see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
He choked CM Punk out fair and square. And then they had to restart the match for no apparent reason other than the fact that they had 30 minutes to waste. Because my man out here put CM Punk to sleep before the time permitted.
Word.
and then they had him restart the match. MJF was kind enough to pick up something that Wardlow dropped and was like, "Yo, don't worry, I got it. I'll hold it in my trunks for you."
What
and
he
then
was
kind enough
kind
to return it to Wardlow.
Yep.
It was.
Yo, my man's.
He was only doing what was right.
Yo, those are
Well,
facts.
that's different perspective. I absolutely agree. He was just being a friend.
Those are all facts.
That's
Right.
Do you have a favorite star in AEW right now? Like, you know, or stars? You never know.
Yeah, man. Scorpio Sky, bro. Like, give my man justice.
Word.
Put some respect on that name, man.
Yeah, man. First of all, I need to. They also need to do justice to the fans to give us what happened with SCU. Why did they break them up? They never told us.
No,
Unless
they never
I missed
did.
something. They never told us why they broke them up.
No,
And,
well, they broke up
Wait.
Christopher Daniels and Kazarian when they lost to the Young Bucks.
Young Bucks,
Yeah, man,
because
But they never said why they broke up SCU though.
This is true, yeah.
yeah.
Because
No,
at that point, I
point,
think
I feel
Scorpio
like,
Sky was done with him.
Yeah, Scorpio Sky was already being heel.
Yeah.
Well,
But yeah, I never understood it. But yeah, him and then the Santana and Ortiz, man, give them their props.
Word.
there you go, yeah. I'm saying that's my list, pretty much. You know, and then the Suicide Kid, Alan clearly doesn't care about his body.
Yep.
Got a problem with him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you throw yourself down the flight of steps, bro. You ain't right. You ain't right, brother.
I love me some
wouldn't have allowed
Dante
that to
Martin.
happen, oh,
Some
yeah.
Dante Martin as well. He's one of my top
If that kid,
for sure.
if you were able to see a set of weights, forget about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A set of weights and a protein powder, forget about it.
Well, he got to hit puberty first. You know, he's what? He's like 16 or some shit. Dante Martin. He's still a young kid. But you know,
Of course,
that's mine.
the Lucha Bros.
This is purely Lucha Underground, son.
Yep.
When he started doing
Absolutely.
that, it was like, oh, we're doing that. I'm with that.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I remember doing that at my job, and somebody goes, "What does that mean?" I goes, "Cero miedo." He goes, "What does that mean?" I'm sorry. Are we not all here Hispanic in a way? Cero miedo. What? Zero fear. He goes, I don't talk Spanish. I was like, "That's your question."
Man,
That's your question. That's your question.
He's Sammy Guevara's homeboy.
No shit.
Do you happen to be Puerto Rican? Yes. Upset. I was working in the Bronx at this time, by the way. Fun
Okay. Did you know something? I would have taken that offensive if you didn't mention the Bronx. Because I'm Puerto Rican from the Bronx. I don't know that much Spanish neither. All right?
I'm sorry for you guys. I'm not the best, but I can carry a conversation.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Lucha Underground introduced me to Prince Puma, you know.
Oh, yeah.
That he looks suspiciously, he's built just like Ricochet, which is weird.
I don't see the
you don't see it
comparison.
No. Okay. I'm saying I look at him and I go, they tattoos look a little similar. I could be wrong.
There's no way that Prince Puma is the jobber from WWE.
Yeah, that's true. He wrestled more as Prince Puma than he did as Ricochet.
That's a good one. It's funny.
Did he ever? And he had more championships too.
No words in Lucha Underground, basically. And he showed more than ever did in WWE. He was a heavyweight champ, for the love of God. By the way, I was always a fan of the Gift of the Gods, like the way they set that up.
That was so good, man.
Yeah,
that was so good. I enjoyed those tournaments. I really did. And the Trios Champions. Yep. The Trios Champions. Oh man, that was so good. You just saw so. That's the thing that I honestly thought that AEW would at least like come around to by now is setting up the Trios championships. The amount of matches you're already having so many fractions, okay, throughout the whole entire AEW, that it doesn't make sense just to have a 2-man tag team. Have a 3-man tag team. Y'all have enough people. It's not like y'all don't fucking put all them motherfuckers together anyway. Okay? Fuck out of here. 6-man tag match, a lot. All right.
First ones to get it, the Death Triangle. Just let's not play this game. Death Triangle is the first ones to get that one. Because first of all 3 guys are experienced in those multi-man matches, especially wrestling in Mexico. And Pac wrestling everywhere he's wrestled. It's like it makes sense that the guys that have the ability and the know-how how to do that match and how to show the people to do it, it's perfect. I mean, once again, we say this all the time here, it writes itself. It's literally right there for you.
And then a great matchup to go with them would be Eddie Kingston and Santana and Ortiz.
There we go. Get the New York boys together, man.
Get them heel, but make them officially heel.
Yes, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? And you can
rugged New York style.
Else. You can have Dante Martin's brother and the Private Party together. You know what I'm saying? Kind of have Dante go one way and his brother go another way on some, you know what I mean? You could always do that.
Yeah. And you got 2.0 with that dude.
Yeah. With Daniel Garcia.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Daniel Garcia seems a little too serious for 2.0. It's weird.
Yeah.
With the Nasty Boys?
Because the guy knows. If you see Daniel Garcia wrestle, you go, I don't see this connection.
Oh, yeah. They just like the same colors. That's all it is. And he was a fan of the Nasty Boys growing up, so that's what it was, man. Nasty Boys are wearing the black and red. You gotta rep them.
It's funny, the Nasty Boys, guys that had a longer career than they should have, thanks to Hogan.
Hey,
they were not. I've seen them. I look back at some of the matches and go, you guys really weren't good. You were pretty much Public Enemy before Public Enemy came out. That's who you guys were.
Without the tables.
And then the Dudley Boys took that from Public Enemy. They said, we'll take the gimmick.
And then the APA literally killed Public Enemy in the ring.
They on live TV, we saw that.
Yeah,
that
the
murder of their careers.
Yeah. They killed them.
I'm sorry. I'm just saying you have trios title, you have a bunch of trios teams.
The problem with the trios titles is that we'll probably only see it defended once every 6 months.
This is true.
They do such a poor job at giving everybody TV time. I feel like it'll just be an undervalued title. I agree with you, Gigi. They should have had those titles. They probably should have had it from the jump. Like just introduce AEW, like a different brand. Like we're different, and we're gonna bring up these titles, like the triple titles.
Sure.
And another team that I was thinking about is when Dante Martin's brother comes back, them and Leo Rush would be a good team. Would be a crazy team.
Oh yeah. If Leo Rush doesn't retire again,
I was about to say if he doesn't retire.
He got hurt and somebody threw a bottle at him or some shit like that.
I read that recently that he got injured because somebody threw a bottle while he was wrestling and whatnot. Somebody really hated Leo Rush.
Or something?
It was some indie, yeah. I don't think it was GCW, but then again,
no, it was a different indie show for oh fuck. But it wasn't GCW.
It sounds GCW-ish. You know what I mean? It's a little bit. I don't know, it's weird.
And he was wrestling Buddy Matthews, formerly known as
PWG Bola Night 2.
Yeah, PWG. That's right. Yeah.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah.
You didn't know that.
He was taken to the hospital.
Yeah. He definitely was. Oh man.
It's a bottle.
Throwing drinks. They were throwing drinks in the ring, which had led to Rush's injury. Excalibur basically like reprimanded the fans after this. You know what? This is the thing. Don't throw shit in the fucking ring while they're having a match, y'all. That's just so fucking disrespectful. They're actually already putting their bodies on the line just to entertain you. If you don't like them, then just boo them. There's no sense of throwing physical things in the ring. Like it makes no sense. You're a shitty fan if you do that. Okay, you're a real shitty fan if you're not even a fan at that point.
And
you know,
you wouldn't do this to this individual like if they were a foot from you.
Oh no!
At the end of the day, I eradicate you. You know what I'm saying?
I read the story.
Yeah.
The drink was thrown in the ring, and the speculation that Buddy Murphy may have slipped on it and curb stomped Leo Rush for real, and that's why he was hurt. So that's why Leo Rush was sent to the ER, because he took the curb stomp wrong.
Yeah, but
so it wasn't the drink. It wasn't the drink that hurt Leo Rush.
Still shouldn't be throwing shit in the ring.
No,
that's why you still shouldn't be throwing shit in the ring.
Yeah, that's a dick move, man. It's a dick move.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
This is why I still believe fans should get fucked up. Like that dude that came in on Seth Rollins should have got fucked up on live TV. Like, oh, don't think nah. We don't allow this.
Or that fan in AEW that shout that shit at John Moxley on his return.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Come
man.
on, man.
Yeah.
And there was so many, like I posted something up about that, and then people were like, "Oh, that guy shouldn't have gotten taken out of the arena for that. That means he's just a softie. Da 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 da. He shouldn't be this soft for coming back. Those are hecklers." It is the thing though. When somebody is actually suffering through an illness, and for him is alcoholism. Okay, that and let's be real. If you're a real wrestling fan, you know that the majority of our legends, like Jake the Snake Roberts, Scott Hall, all had major addictions, not only towards drinking but also towards drugs. Kurt Angle.
Absolutely.
You can. There's so many.
Absolutely.
Eddie
Brian
Guerrero,
Pillman, Stone Cold, Eddie.
British Bulldog.
There's so much.
Miss Elizabeth.
And then, but to actually go ahead and that's for John Moxley to take that step forward and say, "Yo, I need help. I need to get better. Can we make this public? Absolutely. I'm going off to get better." And they did that publicly, and they handled it so well. And for him to come back the same way as he came back, good old John Moxley, he looks leaner. He does look cleaner. All right. And my man looks good. You know, it was good to see him back because guess what? We needed him back. He definitely did. Definitely did. All of that. It is dope to see that. But when you have a heckler basically saying, you know, get this piece of shit out of the ring or get this drunk out of the ring, you know what? Go fuck yourself. Get out of here. Yeah, you know what? That guy deserved that.
Absolutely.
You know what? You shouldn't have said shit in the first place. And now you lost out on money on the ticket.
Yeah, why fucking fuck up somebody's return? Like, you know how much wrestlers aside from daydreaming about winning the title, probably making their return from a long time hiatus is one of the things that they dream about a lot. Like, are they gonna care about me? I can imagine the pop I'm gonna get, shit like that. Like, and you want to ruin that moment.
Yep.
You know, and he was addressing the fans as humans, you know, and was about to say some real inspirational shit. This motherfucker goes and tries to ruin it. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Being an asshole. Real quick, my bad. I just wanted to say I'm glad that he's healthy and all, but I do miss chubby John Moxley. I was enjoying chubby John Moxley. Yeah, so you gotta represent for the gorditos one time.
You know, shit. Once Keith Lee gets there, we got us.
Yeah, he's like, yo, man, the whole time I thought he was doing it for his boy Eddie Kingston. I'm like, yo, I ain't gonna let you be the only chubby one in the group. I'll be chubby with you.
Yeah. Eddie definitely gave him some food while they were together.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Eddie was like, Eddie's like, I'm gonna show you the spots in Yonkers, son. I got you.
Word.
Good, baby, a bit.
And he's like, yo, just between you and me, I ain't sell my gear for the rent. I sold it for some of this rice and beans over here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
I did it for the mofongo.
Shit.
Man. It's like I remember when AJ surprised us at the Rumble, and he was like, "Yo, you think people are gonna know me?" I was like, "Really, AJ? Are we not gonna know you?" But the great thing what WWE does is they pan away to Roman and his blue contacts. And I'm like, dude,
who the fuck is
back
coming?
to the Titantron. I gotta see who this is.
Yeah.
Then I heard the crowd. I was like, so I don't know who it is. And then all of a sudden, can it be? You see a 1 on the shin pad. Who else is it? And then Phenomenal on the other one, Michael Cole. Who else is gonna be?
Yeah.
Seriously, can it be?
Yo, that throughout the whole Rumble, that whole shit of the because I haven't been watching WWE for a long time.
Yeah.
So WWE was doing that a lot, where the countdown happened and they would play the music, and the focus is still was on the ring, not who was coming in. I didn't know who anybody was because the music hit. I'm like, I don't know who's. I know it sounds familiar. I just don't know who it is until like, oh, okay, it's this person.
That was me for the Divas for the Women's Rumble. I was like, who the fuck is this? I heard holla holla. I was like, who the fuck is this? I was like, oh, Kelly. I forgot.
She doesn't look like herself again. She does not look. She got way too much work done because there's no way that bitch was Kelly.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't know who the fuck that bitch was, but she don't look like Kelly to me.
Meanwhile, they got a
Can we put a before and after? I'm gonna put a
Ivory
before and after picture. I swear to God.
I said it before. I had to look at the Titan trying to go, who's that?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Kelly.
But meanwhile, Ivory looked like a spitting image of herself from back in the fucking day. Ivory.
Right to censor thing.
Yeah.
I think that was one of the best part of the women's Royal Rumble was Ivory coming out as this with the censor music and cutting a promo from the moment she walked out to the moment she got into the ring, to the moment that Rhea Ripley just picked her up and put her down, pushed her down, and still was cutting a promo while she was on the ground.
She did
best fucking thing in the women's Royal Rumble.
She did a bushwhacker moment, just fucking walking in, getting thrown out, walking out. He never stopped his stride.
It's funny because Ivory is really one of the most underappreciated of the Attitude Era.
Yeah,
because she was, first of all, she made China look amazing. Let's remember this.
Yeah.
She made China look amazing. None against, I love China. And then she was just when she went to right to censor, she went in wholehearted, and it was dope, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everybody hated that noise.
Yep.
And right away, when she started talking, you go, "Wow, I don't like you. You're good at this. You're really good at this." The no father instead of the whole train, the no train.
Yep.
Perfect. I was like, what? The no train? Man, props to Ivory, man. I got a flashback. I was like, Stevie Richards gonna come out too?
As soon as you heard the music,
he
you're like,
came out in the other one, by the way. He should have came out in the other one.
Yeah.
That would have been dope.
Have 1 and 1? That would have been funny.
No. You know what I'm saying? Then have Brock launch him 50 feet or whatever he does.
Shit.
Shout out to Bad Bunny for taking an F5. All right, from Brock Lesnar, because that nigga flew.
I mean, try to guess how much Bad Bunny weighs, and then Brock is like, "Yo, I bench 8 times that."
Yo, Bad Bunny got to weigh about 55 pounds.
Yo, I can honestly, I can honestly say, you knew shit was about to get real because you saw Bad Bunny's face, and you have to know that was his natural reaction. He probably never saw Brock in the ring that close to him. Like, oh shit! Now you Brock Lesnar. Oh fuck! What am I gonna do? Fuck it, it's Brock Lesnar. Let's just jump around like you're about to be Brock. Fuck! I fucked up, and then that's it. And that's it. And that was it. But I genuinely feel, as a fan of not only of wrestling but also a fan of Bad Bunny, that the reaction you saw at the Royal Rumble was his natural, straight up reaction. The fear that I'm gonna come over this, and the moment where he fucked up. All right, and it was fucking great.
This is where Bad Bunny realized he fucked up. I'm like, yep, absolutely. But that also reminded me when Brock saw Keith Lee, and he was like, "Oh, it's a big boy here, and did not capitalize on that.
Oh man!
Brock Lesnar looks at somebody and is impressed. He goes, "It's a big boy." So he goes, "Okay, I see you."
And he can move. Oh my god!
Brock Lesnar, Keith Lee on Raw or any pay-per-view. Really, guys? The possibilities were limitless.
Yeah, literally. It's like a gorgeous woman hitting you up, be like, you do know that I would have gave you some if you would have hit on me. It's like, fuck. You know what I'm saying?
And then just to hit you with the whammy, that also meant anal too. Mother.
Oh shit.
I quit it. I'm slip my wrist.
Yeah,
I'm out.
You start looking at your kids like, I put them back.
She's a lady all around.
Word.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But nothing but props to Bad Bunny, man. Like you said, he moved down there. He did the work, man, and I respected him. I don't think he should have been one of the final 4, but that's just me.
No. And you know what? I will give props to Johnny Knoxville for taking some bumps as well, you know, especially when Montez just, oh my God, what a beautiful, beautiful thing. Oh man. Can we just, I need a video of all the great frog splashes in history and to see who has the highest height. Yeah, when it comes to, because he has height.
I'll tell you this much.
Sheesh.
Bart, think Allen came up with it, right? He was a tag team partner of Eddie Guerrero's in Mexico.
Yeah,
they were the Gringos. And it's funny because Eddie's Mexican, but it's hilarious, whatever. So he came up with it, and then he started doing it in his honor. And then Rob Van Dam decided, that's not good enough for me. I got to twist and turn. And then Montez said, oh, checkmate. I'm going to do all kinds of crazy shit with that. Like, I've never seen somebody completely turn when he realized he's not gonna make the mark, and Montez just does the whole.
Like a Twisted Bliss type of thing where he kind of turns his whole body, but with the frog splash.
Well, he's in the air for 20 minutes.
It's just not the good angle.
Like, he can go on a commercial break while he's in the air.
Word. But how you
come back? He'll still be in air like
how you glossed over my man D'Lo Brown's frog splash?
Yeah. Oh, D'Lo, no. D'Lo had a good.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you call it?
He did the DX chop
the
frog splash.
Yeah. Because, the chest protector never came off.
That shit was dope.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite ones right there. My man D'Lo Brown.
And that shit hurt because he had a bulletproof vest on while he
Hell
did.
Yeah.
Word. All the time. All the time. And then he was always the hardest one walking down the ring with his like.
I feel bad for his neck. I was like, his neck can't be good. I love the scene.
He had his whole body flow with it and everything
Mayweather
like
that fucking exercise with the dumbbell when Mayweather does this shit with the dumbbell.
Yeah, but that was
he learned that from D'Lo Brown.
That was a solid mid card of like you had the European Championship, which is very underrated, and then you had the IC title. And you're like, dude, that's dope. All they were missing was a respectable cruiserweight title, but WCW had that locked.
WWE can't do anything lower than 250.
You can't do.
They don't know how to.
By the way, fun fact: 205 is still around.
Oh shit!
What? They don't have a champion.
You didn't know that. Gene didn't know that. You know how I knew that? I was watching NXT and they promoted 205. I go, what is this? Is this a new segment? Then it hit me. They used to be there.
205 2.0.
No.
Can we smell it? Can we smell it? Can we smell it coming? 205 2.0?
No, it's gonna be 205.2.
You know what I'm saying? Because they gotta rebrand. And what's a better way? If we flip it now, it's 502, baby, the super heavyweight.
Oh my God!
What they need to do with NXT is just, can we just get Carmelo Hayes out of there? That's like a shining light in that division right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Carmelo Hayes is dope. And I don't need him to get ruined, man. You know what I'm saying? But they will.
Yeah.
They will. Because he's the Cruiserweight champ and the North American champ right now.
Yeah.
So they're going to fuck that up, bro.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we see what we did to the last double champion in Keith Lee.
Oh, my God.
He's a battle cat. You know.
Oh, my God. Oh, you remember that?
He was a battle cat. He was a battle cat. He's no longer a battle cat. The man is free.
The battle cat thing that surprised me is when they cover him up, like it's like something's wrong. I go, the man is almost 300 pounds. He can fly. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Use that. Then they gave him a shitty new music, which is horrendous.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, so generic music, fantastic.
Before we get to the Elimination Chamber, I want to ask. I was disappointed that Raquel Gonzalez wasn't in the Rumble. How did y'all feel about that?
Who?
Raquel Gonzalez.
I feel disappointed that nobody from NXT was in the Royal Rumble.
But remember, they made it a point.
It's a separate company. It's just like, yeah.
Even though they didn't have enough women.
No, for real. Yo, Dream, you say he's about to head out. You have any final things you want to say?
I want to appreciate you guys so much for having me on, man. It's a real honor. I had a lot of fun on this one, man. Thank you for having me on. I can't wait to do it again.
Yo, bro.
Awesome.
You have a revolving door around here. Anytime you want to hop on, bro, you let us know. You welcome. You are welcome 100%. Whenever you want.
Facts.
Appreciate that. Thank you
Appreciate
so
coming
much.
through, brother, man.
Gigi,
Oh,
you look great.
Thank you. I can't wait for the new shirts. I'm definitely gonna go ahead and take those pictures as soon as they come in. I already saw that they're on their way, so I'm very excited for this.
Yeah, we
Hell
try to
yeah.
ship them quick. We're not like pro wrestling tees and you waiting 3 weeks to get your shit.
Yo, for real, son.
yeah.
They're the worst.
You are not
And then that
lying.
shit feels like cardboard when you put it on.
Yeah,
Hell
man.
yeah.
Uh,
Sizes
waiting for
ain't
that-
right or anything like that.
Waiting for the
Sheesh.
Shinsuke and Razor shirt because I love Razor Ramon. Scott Hall had me going, man. He had me going. He lied to
Yeah,
me, man.
man.
It hurt my feelings. I said, "Who the hell is Scott Hall?"
I had to do a razor, man.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Oh yeah.
The bad guy.
But, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yo,
But
bro,
thank
and I
you
can't
guys so
wait to
much.
see that Eddie Guerrero and Bret Hart shirt that you're
Yes,
working on.
yeah.
Joe.
I'm hoping,
Yeah.
2022 maybe. I don't know. I feel like I gotta like really, really do something special for that one. Like I don't know if I'm gonna do some animated shit. I don't know. It's like, yo, this shit's gotta be interactive.
My man's gonna put a GIF in the shirt.
For real. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but it's gotta be really special because to quote Eminem, I only got one shot.
Nah, I hear you. I hear you.
Word.
If you can get Eddie Shimmy in there, I think that'd be amazing. Eddie Shimmy, the whole little.
Yeah, you might give me some ideas.
That was one of my favorite.
And the Bret Hart with the jacket.
With the whole little.
Yeah,
man. That shit.
Yeah, because they kind of had the same. They both did this thing, but
they both did this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bretto just
one had rhythm and the other one just went up and down with it.
It was the white man's rhythm.
Pretty much.
Facts.
Yeah.
He was telling everybody, I don't know why I'm here. I don't know why I'm here, but I'm a wrestler.
That's all I got. You want my sunglasses? I can do that.
There you go.
I'll give you my sunglasses.
That's it.
But
shit.
yeah, man, for everybody else, just go to dreammatchwrestling.shop. That's our website. And we only do about 4 drops a year. So the best way to stay up to date as to when we drop our shirts and new designs is going to our website and joining our email list. And we don't smother you with emails, but we just let you know, hey, we're about to drop some shit and it's going to be on this day. So everyone's prepared.
Nice. And the link is in the chat.
And follow us, follow
Okay.
us on Instagram at Dreammatch Wrestling.
Word. And now I'm gonna put that up there also. But yo, bro, like I said, it was a pleasure. It was a pleasure having you on. It was definitely a fun time. You said your wife designed that shirt that Gigi's wearing. If if it's cool with y'all, both of y'all could come on the show next time. We'll love to hear her favorite matches and her favorite wrestlers and all that other stuff also.
Yeah, I'm trying to. She's a tough one to get on, but
okay.
I'll try to get her on next time.
All right, cool, bro.
Yeah.
But appreciate you stopping by, man.
Thanks for coming, dude.
Thank you for having me,
bro.
Anytime, brother.
Thank you.
All right.
Peace.
Let me get his Instagram so I can put it up in the chat also.
Which show? This is show's time. This is show's time.
Yeah, this is what
we're the last 13 minutes of this show. Let's see if he shows up. No, definitely awesome t-shirts for real. Like I enjoyed this shit out of them. I just want to shoot so many dream matches out there to him. I'm like, yo, I got a list here for you. You can laugh, you can shit on me. I don't give a fuck. This is what I like. No, but on some real ass shit, great tees, great artwork. It is so nice and detailed and everything like that. I can't wait to get like my next 3 shirts. One of the shirts that I actually got from his website was Trish Stratus versus hold on. I gotta get that site back up. I just had it.
So Sasha Banks?
Yeah. That's the one.
Of course you would know that shirt.
Oh, you know what's funny?
Right?
Let me show you something real quick. While y'all was talking. I'm about to put that shit in my car right now.
Oh, by the way.
There you go.
So you guys see this dream match for you.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Bolton Nakano versus Asuka. And there was one more that I actually had with Bull Nakano. And I was like, I had a moment. I thought about it. I was looking for like a pen and paper, like a notebook, so I could just jot it down. I grabbed my phone to write it down, and then I got distracted with social media that I completely forgot the fucking match that I wanted to jot down in the first place. And I'm so fucking mad because I don't feel like it's gonna come to me any moment. And I'm sad. I'm sad. I'm very, very sad.
Oh man, Kenny comes in here with his
John Cena versus Hulk Hogan, the Battle of the American. Can it be interrupted by Lex Luger?
Oh my god!
But then the winner of it is Kurt Angle.
Yeah, right.
Shit.
Kurt Angle comes in and
but Lex Luger needs to come with the Lex Express, or else I don't want it at all. All right, yeah, I'm just saying. I want Luger to come with the Lex Express. That fucking
that's the only way he can arrive. The only way he can arrive.
In a helicopter. Like he did that one time. You asked the question. Yeah. I'm here for the answers. The second shirt that I got from Dreammatch Wrestling .shop. It is the New Day as New Combat versus Elite Fighter with Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. Ooh. So we got Mortal Kombat New Day, especially since they had like the outfits and everything. They were in the video game and stuff like that. And then they're Street Fighters of freaking Kenny Omega with the red hair. Yep. Cool, there you go. Ryu and Ken for the Young Bucks. I love it. The artwork on it alone, it's dope, man. I'm very excited. I
just caught Bam Bam Bigelow versus Samoa Joe and Trish Stratus versus Sasha Banks.
I think I too actually got that shirt as well because I wanted a new Samoa Joe shirt, and that shit was just straight fire.
Yeah,
there's a lot of great dream match T-shirts here. That is just I want like Pokemons. I want them all. I really do. I swear, if I can live in graphic T-shirts, I'm down for it.
I mean, he has the Bullet Club leaders, because honestly, there was only one leader of the Bullet Club. Mm-hmm. Yes, Vet versus AJ versus Omega.
I'll be right back.
You sign me up right now for that. You know what I'm saying?
I would love to have the New Day versus the Elite.
That would be dope. It would be hilarious too. I feel like
the promos alone between the two and the video vignettes that they be doing to be the Elite. The endless possibilities of what we can have and do with this magic. Oh my God.
First and foremost, you're going to see the video game and anime influence and all of that.
Hell yeah.
And then just the charisma between everybody is going to be great. You know what I mean? I would so be a fan of that. Cross it over and make it happen. Don't do this to me.
And it would be crazy because you would think that it would either be Kofi or Big E against Kenny Omega, but it's actually Xavier Woods.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yep, Xavier and Kenny would go at it, where Big E and Kofi would be like the tag team.
But remember, in WWE, they had the midnight hour was Big E and Kofi. They had the finishing move. It wasn't really Xavier Woods part of it. You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, but Kenny and Thing and Xavier are definitely the ones that push that, because they're geeks, they're dorks, which is fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, I just realized how dope that shirt is, because in the back of it is a Bullet Club skull. Okay. I see you, bro. I mean, my money's on Devet because, the original.
Trish Stratus and Sasha Banks, New Combat versus Elite Fighter. No, the third shirt I got was Angle versus Hart.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, that's dope.
Angle versus Hart. And I think it's because I wanted it for Bret Hart.
And screw Angle, right?
Hey, man. Canada versus America.
What is that?
Oh, man.
Daniel Bryan versus Perfect. That's cool. I'm with that.
Yeah. So many great shirts. Definitely check it out, you guys.
Huh?
What's next now?
Elimination Chamber. In Blood in the Sand.
When is that?
In 3 weeks, the February. It's in 2 weeks now.
It has to be 2 weeks. There's only 2 weeks in February. I mean, shit. No, this is. And we forgetting this is the short end of the fucking stick month. 28 days. All right, we got literally 25 days left of the fucking month.
Nobody sees. I know people understand the disrespect and hilarity that Black History Month is the shortest one.
Yeah, no, and then the Spanish Heritage Month is just 30 days.
It's a month crossover, like we're crossing the border.
Yeah, like we can't get a whole month.
Yeah. No. February 19th, Kenny says. So it's the week after the Super Bowl.
Valentine's Day. The week after Valentine's, Well,
yeah, it lands on Valentine's Day week. Yeah.
I know you guys.
Valentine's Day is on a Monday.
I know Toe has a lot of ladies to shut down, so I feel.
Yeah, this is true. This is true.
Yeah, I'm gonna feel them.
Yeah.
I think I'm working that day.
You serious?
I'm dead ass. Valentine's Day, I'm working.
Well, there you go. You're gonna get a whole lot of Do they still give cards out? People still give cards out, or they send you like an e-thing? I don't know what they do nowadays. I'm not cool.
Oh.
The edible arrangements. They come with a little heart and a bear.
Now the question is, are they edible or are they edible?
They're edible. They're edible. They're fruits with chocolate on them. Yeah, they're fruits with chocolate on them. Then Gigi isn't making them.
No, I'm not. I don't do shit like that. I just buy shit online. That's what I do. I buy a lot of shit. I buy t-shirts from Dreammatch Wrestling and DaCallUp. I buy my own t-shirts at tpublish.com/Gigi for the win. The link is in the bio. And also Dreammatch Wrestling. Definitely find the tags in some of the recent pictures I have. So go for it. Go for the win as well.
The guy that made that disrespectful match as well. DaCallUp, he has shirts as well.
Yeah, this is true.
I don't know about that match, but everything else is cool.
Word. I mean, not for nothing. Like if there was ever a match to make for WWE alumni, they already had The Rock and Hogan, but you would have to do like Hogan and Austin.
Mm-hmm.
Austin and Cena and Hogan. Like, if we're gonna talk about the people who ran the WWF and the WWE, it's Hogan, Austin, The Rock, and Cena, and now Roman. But Roman hasn't got the longevity of it yet. But
yeah, that's a very elite small group. But I agree with you. Yeah,
and as much as I hate Cena, history is gonna show that this guy was the guy for however long he was the guy.
Absolutely correct. Yeah. And it's funny because the Austin Hogan one was one of those that never happened because one, it's just, one really old guy and the other one didn't care anymore.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what happened. Austin was like, yo, I'm done. I'm good. I got my podcast. I got my beer. Life's good. I got my ranch. I don't have to be my wife anymore. So stuff like that. Little stuff like that.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
No longer assaulting a woman is good. Yo, by the way, with all due respect, that's my absolute favorite wrestler of all time, but flaws are flaws.
Yeah.
Make no mistake about it. Hey. We have to admit to the flaws of our heroes sometimes.
Listen, if we're gonna do it for one, we gotta do it for all of them.
Absolutely correct. Yeah, 100%. You know what I mean?
That's what I stand by. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like I'm not gonna take all the good and forget about the bad. It's like, yo, they covered up a lot for you, brother.
That's right.
A murder was covered up for Snuka.
Yep.
Wow, a murder. That's
Yep.
crazy.
Well, I mean, it's not as bad as Puerto Rico. because that murder with 8 witnesses was covered up. They're like, you may have saw something, but you didn't see the murder we're looking into.
Well, with all due respect, Brody asked for that. Trying to horn in on something that is not your motherland, son.
Yeah.
And you know how they feel about a certain ethnicity trying to horn in on their stuff. They're already property. Don't do that to them.
Especially after you beat the shit out of the dude in front of the whole crowd during the match.
And then you're going to tell him, I'm going to take your piece of this promotion. My man, what do you think was going to happen?
Yep.
I'm like, yo, Abdullah the Butcher was like, yo, I saw what happened. No, you didn't. You want to leave this country alive?
Yeah.
You ain't some shit.
Wait 20 years when everybody forgot about this shit and then do it on the Dark Side of the Ring.
And I remember the Flair winning the title of Jack Veneno beating Flair.
Yeah.
And Flair like, yo, listen, can you send back the title? I don't want to die before I leave DR.
Yo, for real.
Yo, that was hilarious, brother.
Yo, but I can just imagine the Puerto Rico police talking to Tony Atlas, and he goes, I seen who did it. He goes, oh, you got some balls, huh? Who's this person you seen do it? He goes, it was him. I'm sorry, what? Who'd you see? You didn't see nobody, right?
Yes.
No, I saw him. Yo, you smoking?
I'm like, like, yo, you see that corner van? It could fit another body.
Yeah, like, yo, listen, just because you're breathing now doesn't mean you'll be breathing after we finish this conversation.
Yo, there's 3 slabs on there, buddy. You can be one of them.
Yeah, plenty of room.
Don't be stupid, man. I was told you Americans are smart. Be smart.
Yes. Yo, and on that note, because it's 12 o'clock now, another epic episode of Wrestling with Knuckleheads. Shout out to our guests, Kenny, Dream Wrestling, Gigi, Cap, Lay. Show didn't show up, so that made it even more epic.
Let's go, blood, brother.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I gotta do it. I gotta throw him out there. You know what I'm saying. Yeah, he'll get it. He'll get it to the face tomorrow. You know what I'm saying. But yeah, man, it's your friendly neighborhood Knuckleheads signing out. Everybody, peace. Have a good night, man.